Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of Party of Two.
Hi!
Where one married couple takes on a world of gods and monsters.
Monsters!
I am your GM for tonight of this session of the Scions, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play show.
Yes, and I am Hayley. I am playing a tiefling, fighter, paladin, or champion. For it's interchangeable. It's basically the same thing. And her name is Anduriana.
And I will also be playing the DM PC, I guess, for this arc of Aas, the Aasimar cleric sorcerer.
Yes.
If you can't tell, we dual class in this campaign because we are a party of only two, and so need a little help getting through it.
It's true.
So, what announcements do we have this week, Hayley?
Okay, we have a couple of announcements. First off, there are new episodes of the podcast imminent. Like imminent.
How
like,
imminent? How imminent?
They are on my computer, edited and exported, just not on Anchor yet. So they are coming. So thank you so much for all of our podcast listeners for sticking with us and getting like random dumps of like 5 or 6 episodes at a time. So
it's kind of like getting a release on Netflix, you know?
Exactly. That's what it is. My hope and goal is that by Thanksgiving, we have all of the episodes up for your binging pleasures over the long weekend. Our second announcement is we are officially launching a Ko-fi or a coffee or a Ko-fi, depending on how you pronounce it.
We don't drink coffee. We drink Diet Coke.
I know.
Do they have a Diet Coke? Like, is there a Diet?
No, there's no Diet Ko-fi. Coke-fi.
Diet Coke-fi.
They don't have one of those. Anyway, we are launching a Ko-fi, and we are going to be putting 2 products in our little shop, and they are going to be exclusive for the Christmas giving season. So first up, if you look at Weston's camera, you will get to see these adorable magnets that I have made. These are completely handmade. They're real
so
wood,
cute.
And they are adorable. And there is a 20, a 1, and a cute little dragon. I'm not sure on the pricing yet. I still have to price these out. But these were going to be available in the shop. And this will also be available. You guys, those of you who have stayed with us previously, you could only get these with the giveaways. And now we are actually going to make them for sale. These are also handmade by me. They are made out of 100% bamboo and vinyls, and I seal it with a satin finish. So it's really good. The back is corkboard to help us stay nice in place on your table. I've gotten some really good reviews from people that we have given these away to. And so we wanted to open it up for you guys. So those 2 products are going to be available only through the holiday season. And then I'm going to pull them because the things are a lot of time and money and energy. And I don't have all of that all the time.
No, you don't.
So there are those. Weston, any news about our VODs?
Yes, VODs, of course, will be on Fridays. It's when we release them each week. Are we going to keep doing it on Fridays?
Oh.
That might be changing because we have a change.
This is a really big change, guys.
Yes, we have a change in our show, in the Scions Persistent campaign. We changed from our original time. We changed from 8:30 live to a pre-recorded at 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We wanted to see if that made it easier for people to watch. It doesn't. It's very apparent that time and that change hasn't helped, really, because we get a ton of you jumping on later
at the time that we were starting previously.
Yes.
So with that feedback and also feedback from different sources about kind of the best way to handle our live
and our work schedules.
Yeah, our work schedules. We are going to be going live on Friday nights from now on at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yes. So it will be that same time we had before, but we're going to do it on Fridays because honestly, guys, we stay up late playing this, and I generally start work at 5:30 a.m., so I can't do that. I have to do it on my Saturday, Saturday, so I can sleep in.
Friday to Saturdays.
Yes.
So that is going to be a big change. So you guys can hang out with us Friday nights. We're going to stay up late. We're going to drink lots of caffeine. and hopefully get to sleep by 2 a.m.
Hopefully. So that means that next week, you'll actually, I guess this week, because you're watching this pre-recorded for this episode, you'll be watching this, and then there'll be a second episode this week on Friday at 8:30, and that will be live. One of the main reasons we're doing this is we want to bring back things like hero points. We want to bring things like giving guidance, just different ways for you to engage, use your channel points, use bits to engage and become part of the game.
Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of really cool things that we're going to be implementing. We've learned a lot in the last couple of months of doing the online thing. We've been being guests on different people's shows, and we've learned so much about what can make this a really, really fun thing for the viewers, not just for the players on the screen. So we're going to be implementing those. So come and hang out with us on Friday, and you can see how you can directly influence the game beyond hero points, things that can literally change everything on the dime or turn of a hat. Wait, what's the saying? Why am I not change it, like turn it on its head, on its ear, turn it on its ear? Is that what it is?
If you know, please put it in the chat on what we should be saying right now.
You guys get what I'm saying, though. There's going to be some things that you can do that are environmental effects that are going to completely change how the combat goes and things like that. So it's really, really exciting. So yeah. So we're not sure when we're going to do the VODs. We might do them on Monday or Wednesday or Tuesday or a day of the week that ends in Y. Okay.
Exactly. A little goofy tonight.
Sorry, I'm hopped up on caffeine.
Because we have got an amazing game to go on tonight. So we've got podcasts coming out. We also, this week, in 2 days, is the final episode of the Wheel of Time on Play Nerd Allies that we are part of. Hayley is an Aes Sedai.
A magic user who is like thebomb.com.
She's a channeler. It's not called magic in Wheel of Time.
Not everybody knows what channeler means. But yeah, I'm a magic user. I'm a green Aes Sedai. And Weston is my warder, who is basically a human shield and companion.
I'm kind of like the animal companion to a ranger in D&D, but I'm human.
I feel like that's a really degrading way to describe it, but you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. But I'm actually a paladin barbarian, so I can take tons of damage. And you can come watch me get beat on by Trollocs on Tuesday at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard
Time, noon Eastern Standard Time, and
9 Pacific.
And then extrapolate from there if you're in different time zones.
Europe, I have no idea.
I know
Russia's 10 hours ahead.
Yeah, now they are for sure. But yeah, we would love to see you guys there. Pop in. We are going to be hosting it on our channel, and then you can see it at twitch.tv/playnerdallies.
Yes. Come join. They do fun things with channel points, with bits and stuff like that. Definitely some things we are planning on implementing. So if you want to see, come join. It's the final episode, big battle, siege of the city.
And I'm not going to say we're all going to die, but we're probably all going to die.
We're probably all going to die. Yeah.
And it'll be very dramatic and exciting.
And awesome. So.
All right, let's get started then.
I think those are all of our announcements. So let's get started with tonight's episode of Party of Two. Welcome back. So, last time, we finished the questioning of the Hell Knight. Adam, I believe his name was. Mm-hmm. And he informed us that the whole reason for his coming was to track down Aas. That Aas is apparently in demand by more than just Titus. Mm-hmm. There's someone apparently above him who is interested in getting Az back. But before we could find out more, he died in a mysterious way, appearing to have had himself killed, like, psychically or something from somewhere else in the world. Some force decided not to let him talk. As he died, though, the demon's curse activated that he had made up. Well, not with a demon, with a fiend. Mm-hmm. He had made a deal, and with that deal came forth creatures from the Shadow Realm, servants of Zon Kuthon, his master. And you had to do battle.
Yes.
With Windstar and with Rogers and with everyone else there to try and help you to not die.
Mm-hmm. And it took us a hot second.
It did. The combat was intense, but you were able to destroy it and its 2 minions that it brought along. As they were destroyed, the darkness that had been summoned disappeared to find Adam's body once again sitting there in the chair. Mm. You then had a bit of an altercation with Rogers.
Anna was a brat.
Yeah, called him a coward in front of his men because he had tried to rally the troops.
Yeah, she was kind of a brat.
Yep. You then had went back to Michael's to wait, and then were pulled in by Dominic to be questioned. But they weren't questioning you that much about the events. Instead, they wanted to talk to you about what was happening farther south. Apparently, the Hell Knights of Enferak have invaded the city of Pezik and have declared martial law, taking all prisoners and all slaves back to Enferak. You're pretty sure you know why. To take the souls of these individuals and turn them into part of his automaton army. You were amazed, surprised, and a little freaked out at this news. Mm-hmm. They questioned you and let you know that they will be sending more troops south in a couple of weeks and would like you to come with them. You then, after this startling revelation, went back because Windstar had asked to speak with you before he left the area. Mm-hmm. You found him back at the barracks, regaling the guards with the story of your combat, not taking the credit, any more credit than what was due him, but definitely using it to rally the troops and make them all feel better about the occurrences of the day. Mm-hmm. He then asked for your assistance, for you and Az to come to their headquarters in Old Kintargo, because they've got a situation that is outside their expertise, and they would like your assistance. Mm-hmm. You then went back to Michael's to again have your wounds looked at, Az treated all of your wounds, medicine checks, the rest of the night, sewing this thing up, bandaging that to get you back to full health. And now is the next day. You've slept, you wake up, your body aching, you're like, oh. That you can feel on your side where he healed the cut, but there's just a little bruising that didn't quite get healed up. A little aches, like you'd feel after a really hard day of manual labor. Just the achiness that comes the next day.
Like moving?
Like moving, yes. Wake up, the sun is coming in the windows, not the door. The door is shut. What would you like to do?
I'm going to kind of like stretch and get out of bed and kind of move around and do my normal like scritches with Bruce and kind of just say good morning to him and
wait, right there.
Okay. And then I'm going to go to I'm actually going to kind of put a robe on and just head to the dining dining room area, just for breakfast really quickly. I'm kind of like in a fog that you feel after you've worked really hard and then you just kind of, everything's a little cloudy. Or maybe that's just me, but...
The house is bustling with the normal help, the maids and the butler and stuff going around cleaning things, getting things ready. They do see you. Mistress Anna, is there some things that we can do for you?
No, I'm just going to get breakfast. I am hungry, and I would like some tea. Some peppermint tea, please.
Yes, we can do that. Do you want? I believe the cook has some baguettes that are coming out of the oven.
That fresh, warm baguette, absolutely. Does he have any croissants?
I can see if he does.
Perfect. With chocolate, please.
Oh.
And I mean, if there's meat croissants, of course. But
I do have one of the pies from last night was left over. The little ones.
The little key lime pies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Yes, please.
We will do that for you. Would you want it in your room or in the dining?
Kind of look around a little bit. Is anybody else, like any of the people of the house, other than just the servants?
None that you see at the moment.
Say, I wouldn't mind being in the dining hall this morning, so I'll just go in there. That's fine.
I believe that Az is already there.
Oh. Of course he
reading.
is.
Of course.
Up with the sun, that one.
Of course. We will get that ready, though.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to head into the dining hall.
As you enter into the dining hall, again, you see a large table, but not, it's not long banquet. It still allows for a somewhat intimate experience. And Az is sitting there. He has one book open in front of him, another book on the side. And he's sitting there doing this as he's got some food in front of him. It actually looks like a type of porridge that he's eating in the morning, waiting for, fresh baked stuff to come out of the oven.
Right, as I walk past him, I just put my hand on his shoulder and I say, "Good morning."
Anna, how are you feeling?
Good. I'm just sore. I'm just tired.
Yeah, that hit in my shoulder.
That was not fun, right?
That was intense.
I mean, even
cold.
Yeah, I know. Well, and even for me, and having fought these types of creatures before, this was difficult.
I have never fought from the Shadow Realm. I have fought plenty. Now
demons.
that I know you, I have fought
demons.
Before that, I did not. But the Shadow Realm is different. There's the Abyss, but the Shadow Realm is something altogether its own.
True. I kind of lumped them all together. They're all just demonic and evil. But no, you are right. They are different.
I am glad that my magic worked on them.
I know.
There are many denizens of the Shadow Plane that it is not effective against.
Well, that was absolutely incredible. So thank you for having that. It was honestly, it saved our lives. Without it, I think we would have died.
But he looks around, looking at the make sure see if anyone's in the area, and then he looks over at you. What do you think of Cuthwaldwin and Pesek?
I think he's begun his roundup to sacrifice the people for his war.
I imagine that he moved up his timetable when we left.
Most likely. Because he knew we would tell. He knew we wouldn't be quiet about it.
And so he knew that he had to act before.
Yes.
But 3 orders of the Hell Knights agree with him, and they are willing to back his crusade. That surprised me.
Not really. I mean, yes, but you weren't in the room that day?
No,
that he laid it all out, and it was so methodical, and it was so logical. Ends justify the means always for the Hell Knights, so this is, as much as I hate it, even my mentors who I thought had a stronger core than that, they were taken in by it. I think it's safe to say that most of the Hell Knight orders will back him. And in so doing, Cheliax will. And this is going to be a full-out war against Cheliax. I don't think House Thrune is going to disavow what he's doing.
I could see two things possible with House Thrune. One is to out and out war between the Hell Knights and House Thrune. The other is that House Thrune will sacrifice every unimportant individual in Cheliax to satisfy Kuth Waldwin if he leaves the rest alone.
Yes, I could see that. I could see that
happening. Set his focus somewhere else.
Yes, but either way,
it's bad.
It's battle, and it's war with Kuth Waldwin and the Hell Knights, or Kuth Waldwin and Cheliax. One or the other.
Yes. Well,
it all depends on if we can stop them in time.
I do think that Kuth Waldwin had to learn this magic somewhere. We have 3 weeks, they said.
Yes, before they're heading down north or south.
I would like to see about doing some research, asking at the academy, see if they know something of this type of magic, of these type of things. We might learn something that might help.
From what I understand of magic, and I am not a practitioner, I have the little bit that I have from Phrasma, but it seems like this type of magic is highly unusual.
I have never seen it myself. I mean, there is necromancy. There is playing with the forces of life and death.
But this is like soul magic.
Yes.
And this is very different.
Well, it is similar. It's very similar in the way it works to necromancy, but there is definitely a uniqueness that I have not worked with. I have not experienced myself.
True. I don't know. It just seems very strange to me.
So we need knowledge.
I agree. I think going to the academy and doing some search through their records, or well, not records, but their library, would be a very good idea. I don't know how much help I'll be in that instance. I mean, I can read books, but I don't know anything.
Well, I'm sure they have people there who do know, so I don't have to read every book in the library.
That's good.
But today we had Windstar had asked for assistance. Yes.
Yes, I think that we need to go see him, but I also think it's finally time for us to tell Michael we're leaving. I don't want him wrapped up in this anymore.
It is getting more and more complicated.
Yes, and I don't want him or Sweet Sophie to be in the line of fire.
Yeah.
At any point.
At this time, as you two are talking, then suddenly you do see, actually you can hear him as they're walking up, Sir Michael talking to Sophie. So he's like, Papa, but I want another dress. We have another ball coming up. There is a social event. And he's like, yes, of course, we will. I have got many, many designs for you. As they walk into the room, noticing, they notice you're there, but they don't really stop their conversation. Because they're definitely, you can tell this has been going on for about 10 minutes probably or so of back and forth of, yes, don't worry, we'll get you a dress. Relax. And they'll go around to the other side of the table, and then they will, and as they take their seat, the maids and stuff will come. They will start placing food. They place the baguettes.
Food.
They place, they do bring a small plate of a couple of those small little pies and put them next to you.
As soon as they put it down, I'm just like, thank you so much.
And Michael looking down that, you have a sweet tooth this morning?
Well, they said that there was some left, so I said yes.
Yes, well, they always make these. They are one of their favorites, Sophie.
Well, they're incredible.
And Sophie's like, oh, yes, I love those so much. Oh, have you tried the red ones?
The red one.
Yes, they have the rhubarb in them. Oh, it is wonderful.
Rhubarb?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
We will have to make some for you tonight. And Az looks over at you at her saying this. There's actually we need to talk to you about that. Ana?
Like,
he's gonna throw it to you like, you do this.
Big eye roll. Yes. Sir Michael, you've been incredibly generous with your space and your influence and financially as well. And we can't, in good faith any longer, stay when we know that our presence could be dangerous to you.
Oh, well, it has been my pleasure.
I know, and we are so incredibly thankful. So incredibly thankful, right, Az?
Yes, this has been a wonderful place to be. You are wonderful hosts. But it is times that we have a place that is where we can stay and where our troubles will not come knocking at your door.
It would be horrific if something happened to you or Sophie because we were here and because of your generosity.
As you're saying this, Sophie, Papa, what are they talking about? What danger, Anna? What, are you in danger?
No, not at the moment.
And Michael looks at you like, oh, shoot.
Not at the moment. You have nothing to worry about. But, Az and I have lived very different lives before we came here, and sometimes our past history likes to come back, and we don't want you to be involved if that happens.
It will be okay. They have lots of adventures that they must do, yes?
Yes, we actually have one that we have been requested on that we're going to today. So,
well,
but we can still come back for dinner, of course.
So you have a different place you'll be staying?
Yes, we actually have a place in the Devil's Nursery.
Oh, I have not been to that part of town. No, your places together? And she looks over at Az and looks over at you and looks over at Az.
Yes, it is together. But I kind of give her that look. I'm like, but not in the way that you're thinking, dear. Az and I are friends and friends alone.
And Az looks at her, looks at you. Oh, we are companions. We rely on each other and work together. And
That
so it
is
makes
all.
sense for us to be close.
Exactly. So you have nothing. You have nothing to worry about. I'm gonna give Az that look of like, I don't know.
Well, so yes, we will be. Tonight we will be staying there.
Yes. So we will gather the few things that we do have, and we will take them with us when we leave this morning. But we will still we can still come for any dinners or anything like that you wish to invite us to. Like, we're not leaving. We're just not going to be here anymore. But we're in town.
Michael takes a deep breath. Well, I understand. But know you are always welcome here at my home.
Thank you.
And you're not quite sure how he's taking it.
Can I do a... Well, sense motive wouldn't really... Insight check. Wait, no, that's D&D.
It's
an insight check, but...
I already rolled for you.
Oh, okay.
You're not quite sure how he's taking it. He seems to be kind of keeping it in, how he's feeling.
All right. But yeah, so I
Yes. Well, I will be sure to put a rush on Would you possibly be able to come back tomorrow? I still have more of your clothes that we are making. That you had requested, the pants and the...
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I in the chaos of the last few days, I had forgotten. Yes. Yes, I'll come back tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow morning, or...
I'll give it to the afternoon to work on it, so I do not have to push these seamstresses too hard. Let them work, and they will make something wonderful.
All right. Of course. Thank you. Right. So I'm just gonna kind of finish up really quickly, and it's not like a huge breakfast. It's just like I'm gonna eat like one little pie and some of the baguette, and then grab a croissant with some chocolate. Did that come out?
Actually,
chocolate?
There isn't any chocolate. However, they are. You do notice they are filled with a meat.
Oh, okay. Like a meat cheese.
Kind of like a sausage mixed with cheese.
Okay, those are really good. Cool. So I'll just kind of grab like half of one of those, and then.
And the baguette, as you break it, you like crisp on that outside, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. But then the inside just kind of rips out, and the steam rolls off. And I enjoy torturing Hayley to make her hungry with this each game.
Oh my gosh.
So you get your food, eat up.
So eat that all up real quick, and then I'm gonna head upstairs and get dressed.
As follows, not to sit there in this awkward space, and
have Sophie drape all over him.
Yeah. Well, that was better than I feared, but still awkward.
Well, it's never all that great to have to tell someone who's been so generous that you're leaving. I hope he understands, because it would kill me if he or Sophie or anyone in this household got hurt because of us.
I agree. And there are certain things that I do that's better if no one sees me coming or going.
That's true. That's very true. All right, I'm gonna go get dressed. You don't think I need to wear my armor today, do you? Should I put it on?
I do not know. The last time that you met up with these individuals, Longriver decided to engage in combat.
No, that's true. The last time I didn't wear my armor, I was in a silk dress, and we ended up getting attacked by Hill Knight. So I'm gonna put that on.
Yeah.
Right. The rune is on it already, right? We put
yes.
He put the rune on it. Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't take. It takes you.
It take me 15 minutes.
15 minutes for you by yourself.
Yeah, and I can do that perfectly fine. So I will bid adieu to Az and head to my room to get dressed.
All right. Az will, continue to prepare his morning spells as you get dressed and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna when I get back to the room, I'm gonna feed the rest of my sandwich to Bruce.
Okay. When you you get dressed. When you come out of your door, you find Az leaning against the balcony right in front of your door, because it's on the second floor, if I was not mistaken. Leaning against the balcony, again, his book open in his hand, just kind of leafing through different spells and things like that.
So I open the door. Bruce kind of comes out and is just sitting next to me, and I kind of give a slightly lingering look at Az as he's standing there. And then I just kind of to Bruce, and he goes over and he says good morning to Az, sniffing at him.
Yes. Yes, Bruce. Yes, it is. Good morning to you too. Anna.
Yes.
I did find you would find this interesting, and he flips through to a page in the book, and then he kind of shows it to you and shows you this like diagram of with some notations on it, and then he begins to describe. This is a spell that I learned when I was there studying at the academy. It allows me to actually. I would need some help to do this, but to reach to a soul that has passed and pull it back from the boneyard. I don't know. And unfortunately, it appears that it does not bring the body back. But it will force the spirit back to the earth. and then it will take up some form. I cannot control it at this point. To where it would go, but...
As in, like, it would go into a body?
Yes, but it would not be... it's not possessing someone. But in some way, a body would be formed, but you cannot control. I cannot control at this level of spell what it would be.
That's interesting.
I saw it with your background and with how we are looking into this magic of souls, that it would be an interesting spell for study to understand this control over souls that Cuthwaldwin has.
No, I think that's a very good idea.
So
to better understand what he's doing so that we can undo it.
I will continue to study this, but I thought I would let you know.
What's the name of the spell?
This is called reincarnation.
Oh. I've heard that word before.
I also wanted to check and make sure that you would not find it offensive.
Well, because it's already out there in the world, I'm assuming Phrasma has allowed this to happen. I mean, if she doesn't want the soul to come back, it's not going to come back.
Yes.
So,
well, and we are not putting it into an undead body. This is a living. It becomes a living creature again.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think it's probably fine.
So yes. I.
Thank you for your sensitivity.
I'm working on it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna just kind of like make sure my sword's kind of strapped to my back and everything's good, and I'm gonna look at Az and say, all right, well, you ready to go?
Yeah.
I literally have nothing else. And if we're coming back tomorrow to pick up the other things that I asked Sir Michael to make, I will just kind of leave the
Well, and
clothing.
honestly, most of what we have will fit in my bag of holding or yours.
That's true. Well, I don't really have anything else, though. I mean, like, I'm wearing what I have.
Yeah. We travel light.
What we do.
Well,
all right, well, let's go.
To the...
Onward!
to Old Cantago.
To Windstar.
I don't think we have been to Old Cantago yet.
No. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk to you about, though.
Yes.
If we are, as we told Sir Michael, we are moving to the other residence permanently, we need to hire a housekeeper. I don't know about you, but I can't cook.
Yes, we talked about this last night. Not really. Would you mind if, perchance, I looked out through the network? There might be someone...
Oh, no, that's actually a really good idea. I was just going to ask the head of the house where we could go to get one, but, or to hire one, not get one. That sounded weird. But to hire one, but you're right. If we could find somebody within the network, then it would be even
If you remember,
better.
There was a halfling who sold kites that I met. That was connected with the network. Yeah.
His name was like Hank or Frank or Tom. I don't remember.
I will have to. You know, at the moment, I do not remember. I will think on it.
I think it was Hank.
I think so.
I swear it was Hank.
But we will. He might know someone who, maybe they were house slave back in Cheliax. They could use work.
No, that's a really good idea. I think we should do that because I would like someone who understands at least a little bit of the world that we're dealing with and what we're doing. So that's a very good idea. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Well, shall
Let's.
we be off then?
Yes. Horses. Yes.
Horses.
Fantastic. So we're gonna go out and go over to the stables.
Yes.
And I'm gonna kind of. I know some of the guards, and we're gonna kind of like say, "Hey, what's up?"
And as you walk by, you notice the guards give you a heartier hey than they did before, and then they make a couple slicing motions with their sword. The stories that Windstar has told
kind of
got around.
And she's kind of like awkward about the fact, but you can also kind of see there's this little sense of like pride. She kind of like holds her shoulders back a little bit more and is a little bit more like, yeah, she feels good, but at the same time the attention is kind of awkward for her. But yeah. Is Ulfric there?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't see him at the moment.
Okay, cool.
As you're walking, I helped.
I know you did help.
The fighters are always like, oh, swords, spells.
No, no. It's not that. It's about the final blow with fighters more than anything. If you had finished it off, you would probably be getting the same treatment.
Maybe.
But it was me. Which, I mean, honestly, it's kind of cool.
The healer, no one cares about. You're standing because of the healer, but no. He does not get the final blow.
Do you want to start charging us for it? 1 gold per healing session. You would be a very wealthy man on the battlefield.
That is possible. Well, horses.
Yes, let's go over to let's go get the horses. Can we get the ones that we got before?
Cloud and
was it like Silver?
Something fire, and apparently
I'm trying to find where I wrote it down.
I'm missing a notebook, apparently.
I'm trying to see where I wrote it down, because didn't I write it down? No.
I know I have it written down in my notebook.
Silver Torrent.
Silver Torrent.
Silver Torrent?
No, that's the group.
I don't remember.
Nope.
Shoot. Okay, I guess we're getting new horses.
Nope, they give you the same two.
We just don't remember the names.
You just don't remember the names.
But one of them was Cloud for sure. I do remember that. And it was like Silver something.
Yes, I remember that as well.
Cloud.
So
I'm just gonna call
mount
her
up.
Silver.
They really know you at this point. It's
Yeah, before I swing up, I'm just gonna rub her nose for a minute and kind of give her a minute to like get used to my smell for a second. Then
As does lean over to you, Anna.
Yes.
If we are not going to be living in the Green District anymore, we probably will have to bring these back and not have as easy access to them in the future.
But you have a writ from the Domino, right? Yes?
I do, but we do not have a stable.
There might be a stable near where we are. Maybe not. Maybe we just need to get like a palanquin or something.
I do not know. The city is not that big. If we have to walk, it is not the end of the world.
And at the moment,
we've walked from Cheliax to here. We can walk around the city.
Technically, most of the way we were in a wagon, but you're not totally wrong. But we have horses, so ha-ta!
So you ride along. Of course, gate guards know you. They let you through. There's no...
Just kind of do a little.
Yep. Ride through. So at this point, you're going to pass through the Upper Cantargo there. You go across the big bridge that will lead you all the way across. Then you will continue on through the Red Roof district, and then go through the Devil's Nursery and find yourself in Old Cantargo. As you come through, you've been in the Red Roof, very merchant, well built, because this is where the merchants are at, and these are their stores, so they're making them nice. The Devil's Nursery, definitely you get more run down. But as you come along into Old Cantargo, you notice an age to a lot of things. There's a weathering, the paint's flicking off. A lot of the boards you see in some of these houses are slightly warped. That the moisture from the ocean over time has caused them to bend slightly. Everything's just a little, the wood of houses doesn't quite hold together, push together the same way. A little run down. But you also see that it was once beautiful. You see there is carved work that is very beautiful. You see a lot of what is the style that you see in the Green District, but on a simpler level. Probably where it started before it got onto its grander designs that now it has. You ride through, the streets are busy, but you definitely notice, again, it's a little more run down in the clothes. In the Red Roof, you had the merchants themselves. Here you have the people that the merchants hire. And then you have the older docks on the side. Get a lot of fishermen over there. You smell the smell of fish. But it's, again, there's that tinge of older. This is not the nice harbor. This is the old harbor of Kintargo.
Does it have a feeling of is it like a warm, positive feeling, or is it like kind of like a dejected, cast off kind of feeling?
It comes and goes with both. You see pockets that have that more dejected, and then you'll see a couple houses that are a little nicer. Very similar to, if you get an older neighborhood and you've got some older families that are there and keep it up, and then you've got some that's just been left to fall apart.
So essentially, Weston just described our neighborhood.
I guess in a way.
Yes, you did.
And so we live in a place with older houses.
Yeah, we do. It's a very well-established neighborhood.
You ride through, a lot of the people are, roll me a perception check.
Okay. First roll of the night. For me, you've rolled twice. That's a 31.
Ooh, what'd you roll?
18.
Ooh, nice roll.
And I have a 13 perception.
You notice that you're getting some looks from people, especially your horses.
Are we seeing horses?
No.
Anywhere else?
You're not seeing a lot of horses. Everyone you're seeing is on foot.
Okay.
You get the sense that people who own horses aren't in Old Kintargo that often.
Okay.
So you're gathering a little attention.
Can I kind of lean over, kind of get Silver right next to Az, and I'm just going to kind of lean over and say, do you think we should get off the horses? And I'm just kind of looking at the people as we're walking by.
Let's see what Az notices. Yeah, Az looks at you. I think it would be less noticeable, but still. And with your role, you notice that they're looking at you, look at the horses, and then the eyes go to the saddles. Where on the saddle you see the seal of the guard.
Okay.
And then they quickly, you'll see some that will look and kind of like, oh, look, there's a police presence in the area. And other people who turn and run the other way, who look the other way.
Okay. I'm leaning over to Az still. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I didn't even think about that.
I think we didn't think this through.
Well, it.
We have been in the affluent areas.
That's true. I didn't realize.
I have always lived in the affluent areas.
I know. I've lived in a friggin' barracks most of my life. I don't know things. I think we should probably get off our horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you both dismount and begin to just walk the horses along.
Yeah, and I've got a pretty strong grip, and I'm actually holding Silver with my left hand so that my right hand is free in case I need to.
Okay.
And in case I need to like very quickly grab my sword or a knife off my necklace.
All right. So you're walking along. You notice you get a little fewer glances because people can't see you up above, but the horses still get a glance every once in a while, and you'll catch every once in a while someone looking, eyes bulging just a little bit, and then turning and heading off down an alley. You go along, passing through, this area until you come. They described to you where they were at, kind of drew you a little bit of map of how to get to where the Silver Torrent has their base.
Yeah, we're going to their headquarters. We're not going to Windstar's home.
No, you're going to their headquarters.
Okay. Do you have the peppermint?
Yeah, I think you put it right there.
Oh, okay. I have clogged sinuses, you guys, so I'm using essential oils to try and clear them.
Cold season is here, everybody.
Cold season's here. It's not COVID. It's just a sinus cold.
All right, so you go around, and you did notice also, you can see on your right as you're walking, towering above, everything, you do see the Palace of the People, which is the old chapel of Asmodeus that now serves as more of the civic center.
Yeah.
It's where the council, the merchants' councils meet, where the unions would all meet. It's the people's area for running the people level government.
Community center.
Yeah, it's community center. City hall.
Is the senior center right next to it?
Yes. There's also a swimming pool
Do they
and
have,
a daycare
do they
and a
have
gym.
a ceramics class so we can paint?
Sorry. Okay. Got it, though. I got it.
Passing along, you go down, and then you do see in front of you what appears to be a 2-story, well-built, well-maintained. You can see that there have been additions made to it, that there have been repairs done, quite a lot. So you can kind of tell the areas that have had a lot of work done and the areas that are older. But it's nice. It is well built. You see bars on the windows. You see a strong door with metal bars across the front of it.
It's fortified.
It is fortified.
Is this where is it? Well, okay, no, I'll ask Captain Windstar this. Never mind.
As you do notice, but again, it's 2 stories. There's a upper level and a lower. You see a couple windows up on the front, and on the top level. There is a balcony that goes around that top level. And as you get close, you suddenly hear a voice yell out, Lady Hell Knight, you've decided to grace us with your presence.
What's this? Is this Long Reaver?
This is Long, and you look up and you see the longer brown hair of Long Reaver.
Say hello, Long Reaver. Ready for us to be here? Do you want a second go around?
He gives you a wink with his scarred left eye, and says, I do not think I am up for another bout today, but it was a pleasure definitely to cross blades.
Well, if you're ever interested in a rematch, of course. If you ever feel like getting beat again. And I just kind of chuckle to
you notice a slight hesitation
sure
as he's trying to still hold on to his macho-ness, but at the same time be like, no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Of course, I will. You will be the first to know.
Of course. Is Windstar here?
Yeah. Come right in.
Where should we put the horses?
He looks up. He watches, he just jumps over the balcony and just comes down, landing. Let's check his
Friggin' Dex.
He lands. Oh, jeez.
A little jarring.
Generally lands that better. Let me help with these. We've got a place where we can keep some in the back.
Okay, good.
And so he'll take them by the reins and sort of lead them around. There's an alley on either side of the headquarters, and he leads it around the back.
I want to see where they're going.
Okay.
Not because I don't trust him, but just I want to have a visual of where the horses are at in case we need to go out and grab them quickly.
Yeah, because he kind of looks at you as you're following him, kind of like, what are you doing?
I just want to see where they are. It makes me uncomfortable not having a mental picture of where things are. That's all.
But
I'm sure you understand.
So he takes you in the back, and there's a little wooden type of enclosure that's got some posts for tying off horses, and things like. But it's definitely small. There's some hay there, but you can tell they don't use horses generally. Not with running through the cities.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to give Silver just kind of a nice little rub on her nose and grab some hay and kind of like make sure she knows where it is. And same thing with Cloud. And then I'll kind of follow Long River into the building.
So you head back around to the front and enter into the headquarters of the Silver Torrent. As you walk in, you notice a couple of things. First, on one side are a bunch of tables and what appears to be a bit of a mess area where you can sit and eat. You notice there sitting are a couple of individuals that you've seen before. You have the
Leary?
Leary. I have his first name here, and I could pronounce it at one point. Now I've forgotten how I pronounced it.
I just put down Leary.
It's so Krelbin. Krelbin Leary. With his red hair and his marred face, marked on one side with one ear slightly burnt away. Mm-hmm. And sitting across from him is Alma, the healer that you also met. Mm-hmm. They wave to you and kind of say hello as you enter in, but you can tell they're hungry. They're like, oh, hello. Mm-hmm. On the other side is a open fireplace, large hearth, with a couple of large chairs in front of it for relaxing. The fire is currently burning and it low. Not trying, it's a warmer day, but still kind of keeping something going there to keep the room warm. You can tell it's all well maintained, but not homey. It definitely feels like
place of business,
but at the same time, it's kind of like you've been in the barracks. You remember what the barracks were like. Mm-hmm. There's a feel of a barracks here. And a militariness to it, even though it's softened just a little bit.
Okay.
So the chairs are, like the three big chairs, they are padded, but there's not a lot of clutter. It is kept open in case people need to run through quickly. You do see weapons along the walls, high enough to be ornamental, low enough to be grabbed if needed.
Okay.
As you walk forward, you do notice that set of stairs go down just a little bit to a lower area on the back. And as you walk down those, to one side you see weapons. You know, so like, this is your armory.
Yep.
You see weapons of every kind. A lot, though, of flails, which is one of the main weapons that they use in their. I mean, that's what Long Reaver fought with against you. But they've got everything. They've got swords. They've got spears. There's armor there. And they're standing in the middle of the armory with a paper out in front of him, looking like he's checking inventory. You see Windstar. In his, as always, he's always in his armor, it seems. Sword, weapon at his hip. But you can tell he's definitely relaxed, doing the job of the leader of the Torrent. If you look to the other side, you do see quite a few beds laid out there. Again, you are feeling something you remember. You're like, I know this. I've lived in this. And there's a slight bit of nostalgia that comes from it. But definitely it's warmer in its feel than in Farak.
Sorry, I was just readjusting.
Windstar, he doesn't see you as you enter, but Long Reaver will yell out, "Hey, Captain, we have friends here to see you today." He's like, thank you, Long Reaver. Yeah, Ana, Aas, come on up.
Hello, Captain.
And it's just a step level up to where they have all the weapons racks laid out. Well, Ana, Aas, thank you for coming. Give me 1 second. Kind of finish his count, his calculations, write it down, and then he closes his book and turns to look at you. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Of course, of course.
Come over and let's just talk for a moment. And it leads you over to actually there on one end of where this armory is a desk.
Okay.
And he sits down at the desk. There are a couple of chairs there in front of it. And he sits down on his side, puts his papers down, and then offers to you and Aas to take a seat.
Okay, we'll sit down.
So thank you for coming.
Of course.
I gave you a little breakdown of some of what we're might need help with. So
Yes, you did.
you know what we talked. Have anyone told you like what we specialize in here?
Not really.
Okay. So the Order of the Silver Torrent was founded here at Kintargo. And how every order has their specialty, their thing they focus on.
Yes.
At that time, there was a large amount of kidnappings and ransoms happening. You get nobles coming through here to go to Vire, and they would get kidnapped and then ransomed back to their families in Cheliax.
Oh, goodness.
And so the Silver Torrent became focused on, we do rescue missions. We deal with kidnappings and rescue people that have been taken. Unlike most Hell Knight orders, who it was always the punishment of the wicked, we were more about preserving the innocent.
No wonder you were disbanded.
No, that's why Brusili didn't much like us when he wanted to take a lot of people.
Yes.
We weren't so in favor of that. So, when the order got disbanded and Brevinel declared its own independence, we kept doing what we do. And so we set up shop. We now don't have the funding of the Hell Knights, but we have to charge for our services, but we are specialists in retrieval. Someone's gone missing, we find them.
Well, it's a very good way of taking your skill set and actually using it.
So we started to get a lot more contracts about a month ago. A lot of average people who would pool their money to try and hire us. And we'd go out and we're like, okay, they've been missing for a couple of days. We're pretty good at finding. We were pretty sure we could find them real quick, and we did. But it's how we found them that's the problem. They were all as if dead, but breathing. And as we'll chime in, they were comatose. What's I don't do medical. It is a state of constant sleep, similar to sleep. They will not wake. Yes, like that.
That's like that one patient that was in the infirmary, right? As the Hell Knight that we kind of went into his dreams.
As one thing, there are similarities. Yes, he would wake though, from time to time.
That's true.
But probably something similar. Psyche. Something is attacking the psyche, and the mind hides, and the body will not wake. It is a way of preserving itself.
Captain, so you find these people and they're in a state of comatose. There's no evidence of how this might have happened to them?
We find them in an alley. Generally, they're not even that far from their homes. An unusual amount. We found just in areas like they just fallen asleep walking.
Is there anything about them that you've been able to find that maybe connects them in any way? Like specific part of town, specific religion?
All here.
They're all in this area.
We've got there's a doctor who's treating a bunch of them in a warehouse near here. I'm wanting to take you guys there if you're...
Yes, of course. And Anna's gonna stand up like she's ready to go. Like, let's go right now.
As you stand up and as he's standing there talking with you, you do have suddenly two individuals walk in from the front that you have not met before. But one of them in particular definitely is going to draw the eye and be noticeable. The two that you see, one stands about 7 feet tall.
Is it Grog?
No.
No.
Two large horns on his head, coming back, red-skinned.
Is this 7-foot tiefling?
Huge shoulders in the armor and with the weaponry of the Order of the Torrent, the Silver Torrent. And at his side, the difference is what really draws the eye. Beside him, standing about 3 feet tall, is a halfling with luscious brown hair, comes down to about mid-back. She has, and she's small, but the swagger of the walk commands some attention. She is wearing a leather tight vest, tight at the waist and tight at the bodice, you can tell, with a bit of a cape hanging off the back. She has a crossbow on her back, and you, having declared how much your issues with this are, notice that her shoes clank a little bit extra loudly as she walks. The sound of a heel as she swaggers
wearing
in.
Stiletto boots?
Not stilettos, but there's definitely a bit of a heel there at the back. And so the difference, you have this 7 foot tall tiefling that is gonna draw the eye, and then this tiny little halfling that also just kind of commands the eye. And they will, the tiefling looks over, not having to look up, just kind of looks over from the stairs, the bottom of the stairs, over at the captain's sitting there. Captain, we managed to find the hostage, and they have been returned to their father. We have received payment. The mission is done. And you hear this low, deep voice.
It's a little bit like, okay.
And when Sarah looks over at him, thank you very much. So, what was the situation with this? It seemed odd. Well, yes, the girl in question did not realize she had even been kidnapped in a way. Rich merchant's daughter finds some good-looking lowlife, and he says, hey, run away with me to my little flat, and doesn't even realize that they've sent a ransom notice to the father. We found them there in passionate embrace. She, when she realized, I think she almost stabbed him when she realized that they had tried to ransom her. It was an interesting situation. And the little halfling voices up, yeah, they were hot and bothered for each other. And they, well, love is a very interesting thing, but Yeah, generally when you hold them for ransom, it doesn't help the lady's opinion of you at all. And and then at this, they both turn and look at the two of you, realizing, because they were like, given their orders, they both look at the two of you. And the huge tiefling gives a solemn nod of greeting. And the little halfling, well. And she'll walks around, and walks over on the side where Az is sitting. Well, aren't you a fine thing?
I was just gonna turn, kind of giggle into her hand.
You I have not seen you around these parts. You should be around these parts more often. And he looks at her. Yes, I am new to the area. It is a pleasure. And he puts out his hand to greet her. She takes it, gives it a little shake. And as you notice, Az turns in his chair to fully face her and begins to talk with her, ask her, and your name? And she's like, I'm Maina. Pleasure to meet you.
Maina
Hallville.
Okay.
And
Anna's just gonna sit back and watch this because she loves watching Az either not get stuff or be very uncomfortable with things.
Roll a perception.
13, 22.
22. Generally when women come on to Az, he gets uncomfortable, kind of. You're not seeing that. He is comfortable. And he is, conversing, and
It's because she's a halfling.
no big deal, really, to him at this moment. At the same time, the tiefling will look over, will look at both of you, and my name is Zagrul.
What?
Zagrul. I am Zagrul. Zagrul Vorved.
Vorvid.
When you talk with such deep voice, there are times where it's difficult to be heard. As you look at this tiefling, get a good look at him. He is symmetrical. This is if
That's one way to say he's hot.
this is if Chris Hemsworth was red with horns.
And 7 feet tall.
And 7 feet tall. And like after he's prepped for his Hulk Hogan movie. Like,
Oh my gosh.
this guy is just massive. With the voice of that one guy from Underworld.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
And he's like, I have not met either of you before either. Pleasure. And he puts his hand out. He's seeing that Az is kind of engaged and talking.
Occupied.
He reaches out his hand, huge hand, out to you.
Kind of. It's like I'm Anna.
Anna, pleasure.
Well, Andoriana. But you can call me Anna. It's fine.
Well, most people just call me Zagrul, but
Zagrul, it's wonderful to meet you. I must say I'm kind of slightly taken aback with how tall you are. I didn't, honestly, I've never met a tiefling quite as tall as you are.
We assume that my link to the abyss is a pit fiend.
That would make sense.
Make sense. But
yes.
it is helpful in this line of work to be able to restrain other smaller individuals more easily.
Considering everyone is smaller than you?
And he smiles and lets out a laugh that is like, you're not sure if you can hear it because it's low. It's
So
like you're feeling a
low.
subwoofer.
It's like I just feel it in my chest.
Yes.
Nice. And I'm going to kind of reach up and touch my own horns and be like, yours are much more impressive than mine.
Everyone has their own set of differences, and they are all beautiful in their way.
Well, I can tell you, I do know it's been many generations since the blood was changed, so...
I'm not sure with mine, but it is a pleasure. Have you met any of the other tieflings from the Devil's Nursery?
A few of them.
I know a few from the Cloven Hoof Society myself.
Yes, Az and I kind of nod to Az, who's been talking to Mena, and I just say, you know, he and I actually, we were investigating the attack. We met a few of the halflings at that time that were with Alea. Do you know Alea?
No, I do not.
Oh.
But I will then, if you are working on that, I will let you know if I hear anything new regarding that situation.
Please do. We're still ear to the ground to try to find the leader. Oh.
Yes.
I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah, with an A. And again, my journal apparently is in the other room.
It was Andori.
Anduri, yes.
That was Andori. Yes, no, we're still looking for Andori.
Yes.
Just kind of ear to the ground.
There have
really
been a
nowhere.
number of tieflings that have disappeared of late. We've received some contracts for them. I myself had 2 men attempt to restrain me. It was funny.
I literally can't imagine anyone being successful except for perhaps a hill giant.
I have never met one of them. Maybe.
I haven't either, but I've heard about them.
Well, and he'll turn to oh gosh,
Mina?
Mina. I gotta remember so many of these names. Mina turns to Mina. We need to go write up our report. As you look over, Az is talking with her, and she has her hand on his knee, and is definitely standing close, and Az is talking with her, and she's like, "Oh, all right. Well, Az, I will hopefully see you again." He's like, "It would be a pleasure to thank you very much for the conversation." Of course. And then she'll walk down. You notice there's definitely a saunter there as she walks down, and then Zagru will follow with her as they walk farther down, farther and deeper into the headquarters. And then Az will turn back.
I'm just gonna give him this look of like,
Then,
good conversation.
yes, she is a wonderful person. And Winstar will be like, yeah.
He doesn't get it.
A lot of chaps say that.
I say, Winstar, he doesn't get it. Just be safe and understanding that he doesn't get it.
He looks over as, she's gonna chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah,
He's like,
she probably will.
I don't understand what you were talking about, but we were going to go and see this
Yes, we're going to go to the warehouse.
this doctor. It's like, yeah. All right, let's go. And so you'll get up, walk out. You again. You've got the 2 that you've seen before in the front. You do also notice a orc walks through. Doesn't really pay attention to you. You can tell he's in a hurry, but an orc in the same armor, you can tell he's part of the torrent, walks straight through and into the back. as you guys are leaving.
Going to kind of catch up a little bit with like shoulder to shoulder with Captain Windstar and say, you have quite a diverse group of people working for you.
Yeah. The Torrent didn't really care where you came from. We cared if you were interested in saving people. And so we'd get interesting people from all over because with the docks here.
No, that makes sense. Have you recruited any additional people since the disbandment?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely have. Zagru came in right after the we met up with him and we were like, you need to be in our group.
I can imagine he's incredibly helpful.
And then Mayna is a newer recruit. She actually grew up here in Kintargo.
Does she have any connection to... I'm going to kind of look at Az.
And he'll look at you. Yes, she does.
Well, she just told you that?
You can tell when you've been in. And as Windstar's like, huh? And he'll just look at Windstar. The Pathfinder network. He's like, oh yeah, she knows some people in that.
We're just going to talk about it willy-nilly in front of everyone. All right, that's fine. I just thought this was supposed to be like
here in Old Kintargo, the Bellflower Network is not a secret.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Not a secret really here at all. The high-ups, because they still have some connections with Cheliax, they act all weird about it here.
Oh. Well, I guess subterfuge is out then, Az.
No, Mayna, her parents were slaves before the Cheliax got kicked out. And
before Revenel actually
seceded. And so she had grew up very early in her life in that, but then afterwards was out. And she kind of grew up a little bit in the streets and had some skills, and we recognized them. And she's good at her job.
Are her parents still alive? Or
I haven't asked in a while.
Oh. All right.
Last I checked, they were.
Okay. But
well,
not important.
Shall we
Yes.
get to these people?
Yes. Well, we've been walking this whole time.
Yep. And so he walks you down the way, a road, maybe a block or so. You will get to another. You get to a warehouse. It's very plain, and this one you can tell has not been upkept the best. You moved more towards the docks. You're closer to the. It looks like a warehouse that was used for goods at some point, but now that it's old Kintargo, they probably are storing them in the new dock.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of
left to seed.
Here. And we're going to take a break here before we introduce the next section. We've been playing now for about an hour and a half. And I need to use the restroom.
Oh, well, the DM needs to go to the bathroom.
So we will be back in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Be back.
If I can find our break screen, and here it is. And we're back.
Hello. We came back.
So, as you walk up to this large-looking warehouse, it looks like you'd expect it to be deserted, but you see people coming in and out of the front door. Generally look like normal, city individuals. Quite a few women. Just coming in and out. You see them taking out linens and clothing and bringing in water and things like that. As you walk up and in to this warehouse. As you walk in, it's a big open space. And there you see about 20, I wouldn't say beds, they're more like cots, lined up in this warehouse, each one with a person laying in it. As you walk in, Windstar will kind of motion to you and be like, this is what I'm talking about. And he just kind of motions to the people in the beds.
I want to go to the first person and do a medicine check on them.
The first one, you see a small boy, blonde hair, dirty. You can tell. This is not the affluent area.
Yeah.
But he's laying, and you do notice the sheets are clean. Medicine check. Roll it for me.
Medicine check. Okay. Oh, not good. 16.
16. You are not really sure what you're seeing. I mean, he's definitely alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Az and just say, Az, can you...
allow me, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, because Az's bonus is almost as much as your roll.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna, yeah.
So Az rolls a 30.
Nice. I'm gonna sit at the top of at the head of the bed and just kind of like brush the little boy's hair out of his face and kind of.
So as you see, begins to check his vitals, pulls his eyes up to look, his breathing. Notices a couple of things. His breathing is shallow, pulse slow. But the weird thing is when he pulls up his eyes, they're moving. There is movement of the eyes. They aren't just staring blankly.
Like he's dreaming? Kind of like he's in REM?
That is similar, yes, to what can happen in dream. But, and then Az is going to, Ana, would you try some things with me?
Of course.
Try through your connection, not medical. So I want you to roll a religion check. And Az is going to aid you.
All right. I guess I'll put my hands on the little boy and try to connect. Not bad. That is a 22.
22. Az succeeded as well, so you get a +2 on that.
Nice.
So 24. As you put your hands on top of this boy and you connect with that feeling that you get some time, Ana puts her hands on. Okay, Phrasma, do your thing. In the way that she generally calls on her deity.
Normally, she's kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. But okay. So she'll close her eyes and just kind of like, and allow kind of her thoughts to wander a little bit and then say, okay, I'm here. I've got a thing.
As you feel it, you suddenly feel as if it were a second set of hands on top of yours. And then you feel as if your hands were passing through. Do you keep your eyes closed?
Yes.
Okay. You reach in and you touch. You feel something. You sense something. Not physical. You recognize this feel, though. It is a soul. You felt something somewhat similar in the stones, the gems.
Yeah.
Where Kuth Waldwin kept the souls. And as you touch this one, you feel a frayed edge to it. And a disconnect. It's not quite right.
As in the soul is not quite right?
Something
Or
about
they're afraid.
the soul and its connection, like the way that the soul feels in the body, is not quite right.
Does it feel like the soul is not fitting? As in, this soul is not supposed to be in this body?
Roll me one more religion check.
Come on, baby. Oh, jeez. I want to use my hero point.
Okay, use your hero point.
Okay, come on. Not that much better. 19.
You're not rubbing it on the chest. That's the problem.
Just That's supposed to work. We're gonna see. So 19.
You're not quite sure. It is. You can tell that this is the soul for this body.
Okay. So it's not like there's something like
Foreign.
trying to push it out or anything. It's
But it's not connected the way it should be.
okay.
And as you start to pull away from the soul, you do get a momentary flash. A feeling of just pure terror. And then your hand, you feel as if your hand left the child's body, and the sensation of the hand on yours leaves you.
It's gone. Okay.
At the moment you disconnect, you hear, "What is this? What are you? What is this? What is you doing to my patient?"
I'm
And you turn and you see a man with black skin, tall, about 6 feet tall, with short curly hair and a small beard with a lot of white and gray in it. And he's got on a robe that you'd recognize for one who works in the medical field. He's like, "What are you doing? This is my patient. These are my patients. Who are you?"
I'm so sorry. I am gonna look at Az and kind of back away a little bit from the
You
child,
notice that this
but I'm
Windstar, who had gone down a couple of beds, was running back towards you.
Be like, I'm Ana, and this is Az, and we are here at the behest of Captain Windstar, who I believe is about to explain to you what's going on.
Yeah. Sorry. I was over checking on some others, just seeing what things they might need. And at this, the gentleman, what appears to be the doctor, will look at him and be like, Windstar, what are you? Who are these people? And he's like, yeah, they're. I brought them to help. They have knowledge and expertise I don't. Anyway, I'm sorry. He did not tell me that you would be coming.
I understand. No, it's totally fine. We were just I don't really know how to explain to you what we were doing. But I do. Let me confer. I've got... And I'm just going to grab Az and start walking away with him.
He puts his hand out to like shake yours.
I'll stop for a second and turn around and say, I'm sorry. Hi. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I am Dr. Jagondi.
What?
Jagondi.
Jagondi?
Yes.
Jagondi. Okay. It's very nice to meet you. Give me just 2 seconds, all right? I just need to speak with... I just need to speak with us really, really quick. I will be right...
And he just kind of watches as you walk away.
I'm just going to turn around with Az and just
kind
of grab him.
People? They are weird.
I'm just going to kind of grab Az and like take his arm and kind of forcibly pull him away. And just be like,
what?
Did you feel anything at all?
No.
Okay. Whatever that was, it worked. I felt, I could feel like my hands pass through his physical body into almost like the astral part, like his energy and his soul, and I was able to connect to him, to his soul, but it's like it's...
I was hoping that your connection to the Lady of Souls would allow you to do that.
Well, it did, and it felt like his soul is like floating almost. Like it's there, and it's in his body, and it's where it's supposed to be, but it's like not connected. So it's almost like it's been disconnected in some way. There was also a lot of fear. I think that whatever happened to these people...
Like how much fear?
Like terror.
There are... He luckily rolled a 27 on his occult knowledge.
Oh, nice.
There are creatures in the world that use terror to a point where it allows them then to pull or remove or feast upon the soul.
Well, I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I can tell you...
Was the soul partial? Was it frayed? Was it missing pieces?
It didn't seem to be. I don't know. Did it feel that way?
As you think upon it, I'd mentioned that parts of it felt frayed.
Oh.
As if a chunk might have been ripped off.
Okay, I'll say that. A chunk was ripped off.
Well, it's just that it's kind of like that, the way at the edge of a blanket is frayed when it's been nibbled on.
Oh, okay.
You know, like when mice have come nibbled on it, you get this frayed edge, or moths have chewed at it.
Or our dogs.
Or our dogs, yes. Our dog, for some reason, likes to chew on blankets. It's a recent development.
Almost every one of our blankets now have a hole in them. Thanks, Letty.
There are creatures that do this. I will have to look into it more, but we should ask more questions.
A natural creature or like a demonic?
Dark. I will say that. There are many realms they can come from, but they are not, it is not a dog, it is not a cat, but it is a creature. I have to look into it more. Maybe more information will help.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And
so we'll go back over to Windstar and kind of convey to him that this is definitely...
As does put his hand on you. He's like, we should probably check others than just one and make sure they all have similar symptoms. You might not be able to do the same thing, but if they all at least look the same, and we can check it medically.
Okay.
But we should ask.
No, that's a good idea. All right. Okay, so then I guess we'll go to like kind of the next.
As you start to walk back, though, the doctor does kind of like motion and like, hey, excuse me, these are my patients.
Okay.
And if you would like to help in some way, you need to talk to me. I am responsible for their care.
You are right. That is true. So, this is what we figured out. There's something going on.
Who are you?
Well, I'm not going to mince words. I'm a former Hell Knight.
Okay, and he kind of looks at Windstar and he's kind of like, no,
Exactly.
no. He is assuming. You can tell from the look he gives. He's assuming maybe one of his.
It's like from the Order of the Gate and Citadel Infarak in Cheliax.
Oh,
I have an extensive amount of experience with the demonic and the arcane. So, as well. Well, okay, maybe not the arcane. That's more his thing, but like I was around it a lot, so I understand little bits and pieces, but Az has more understanding of that. So this is Az, and he understands the arcane, and so he is here to do that, and I'm here to do the other part. Yep.
you people in Ravenel are all crazy. I don't know. You do the winters. You don't greet people. When you simply barge in. I don't understand this.
It was.
What are you hoping to do, and what do you need to help?
I need to be able to examine a few more of the patients and to see if they all have the same thing. Because if they do, then we actually have a lead of what may be going on.
What I can tell you is that they have different degrees of the same symptoms. I have been here helping now for about a month. I am from Mwangi, and I came here to study at the academy and was going to leave to go back to my country, but they needed help.
You're from Mwangi?
Yes.
I've never met anyone from Mwangi.
Well, now you have. So, the patients, they bring them to me, and they are, as you see, they are comatose. Well, you at least know some understanding. And at first, it is as if they were still going to wake up. But the longer that they are in this state, the longer, the more shallow the breathing, the more pale that they get until they go.
Have you had any patients die then?
Yes.
How many?
At this point, we are at about 5. And
they are the ones that have been here the longest?
Yes, it is gets worse over time. And there is some change with age, but not a lot. If you look down, you do notice that not all these are children.
Mm-hmm.
There are some children, there's some adults, there's like a range and spectrum.
I kind of figured they were across the board.
They come in, they are here, we treat, but really good.
That's so good. Oh my gosh.
But I do not know, they do not wake up. They slowly fade away.
I'm going to look at Az and say, is there a way that whatever's doing this is continuing to do it after they get here?
It is possible.
All right.
There are creatures that feed, as I said, and
could they like be getting in here, or is it like more of a psychic thing? Once they have a connection, then they can just drain them completely.
It would depend. I would have to look into that.
Okay, I want to try doing what I did before with someone else.
Okay.
As well.
As you walk down,
Doctor, Jagondi, who is your oldest patient here so far? Now.
The oldest is this man here. And he takes you over to a man, older man.
Not oldest as in like age, but oldest as in...
Yes, both.
Okay. Oh, both. Oh, okay.
He simply happens to be the one that has been here the longest now. The
Right.
boy that you looked at has only been here a couple days. And so
Okay.
here he is. And as is going to do you want to do the medicine check? Do you want and do you want to possibly assist?
Well, I wanted to do the religion thing.
Okay,
Like
let's do medicine first, and then we can do that.
I don't want to use my boob dice yet.
Okay, Azil check. Okay, Az is a high enough medicine.
Okay.
Similar symptoms, but yes, the breathing is lower. Barely breathing at all. His skin is sallow. You can see it is wasting away. But he's there, and it's like, doesn't look like he's necessarily dead and dying, but just
Not
pulse very
good.
slow. He pulls back the eyes. There is still some movement, but they are barely.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to do what I did before.
All right. Az
I'm gonna
will
put my hands on
try and assist you with his
the
religion
kid.
check. Oh, he definitely
Hold on.
assists on that.
Here we go.
All right.
Boob dice.
Boob dice. Is it natural 20?
19.
Okay. Give me what's the
19 plus 9, so 31. Right?
19 plus 9 is not.
No.
That's 28.
It's 28. Huh? Sorry.
And Az rolled an 18.
Nice! So that is a 31.
Yeah, because it gives you a +2. As you put your hands on this older man, you again feel as if these cool hands come on the back of yours. And you feel as if they pass through into this individual. There is almost nothing in there. You touch the barest thread of a soul.
Can I, while I'm in this place, can I pull on that divine power and try to do the healing?
You can.
Okay. Lay on hands. There we go.
Okay.
I was going to say healing touch, and I'm like, that's not right. Lay on hands. I want to try and do that.
As
to
you
him.
try and send this divine energy through this connection, it passes through you, and you feel it pass as if it went through these other hands into you, through, and then the energy tries to go through and touch this thread of soul that is remaining. At that moment, as you feel the energy pass through, you feel a dark, dark presence. Your psyche touching upon an angry, older face. And I need you to roll a will save.
Oh, jeez, Louise. 16.
16. And at that moment, you feel the thread that you were touching and trying to infuse ripped from you. And you are pushed out of this body, your hands flying backward. And at that moment, you find yourself being pushed physically away as the doctor, Jagondi, shoves himself in between you and the patient, checking his breath as the body shakes and trembles, and then lies still. What did you do? He is gone now. We have lost him.
Doctor, there was nothing you could have done. There was nothing I could have done. As?
What is happening?
I'm going to look around. Are there other people in the room besides the patients?
There's quite a few female nurses that you see.
Okay.
And women that are there with their loved ones, or family members that are there with their loved ones.
Doctor, I don't think we should talk about this where others can hear. Can we go somewhere private?
This way, I will show you. And he leads you through to a side area where it appears to be where an office was. This is probably where like the foreman would have had his office. And he leads you in. There is a woman you see there sitting at a desk. Handsome woman, early 40s. She stands about 5'8", blonde hair tied up in a tight bun. Her head. Doctor, who are these people? They are here to help. Windstar has brought them. And the woman looks up. Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi.
I am the head nurse here. I am Ademia Strom.
Ademi?
Ademia. Ademia.
Ademia. What's the last name?
Strom.
Strom.
Like storm, but switch the O in there.
Head nurse. Okay.
So you all kind of pile in there, and then Az
Captain
will shut the
Windstar
door.
there too?
Captain Windstar's there too.
Okay.
What, Anna? What you look freaked out.
All right. So, Captain, you are right. This was not a physical attack. There is something that has taken a hold of these people's souls and is feeding off of them over time. This is not a singular attack which caused this. This is continual, constant, and quite powerful. It shoved me out of the poor soul that is now gone. I connected with him, and when I tried to heal his soul and put it back together, whatever it is that's feeding off of him, it got very angry, and it pushed me. I mean, that's the only way to describe it. And I'm going to look at Az and say, we need to find out exactly what's attacking them. If we can find it and kill it, it'll probably end this, and all of these people, you and I combined can heal them all.
Doctor, what more can you tell us about this situation? The patients, they started coming in, like I said, about a month ago. Most of them live here in Old Kintargo, especially around the old cemetery. They range in ages, and we are finding new people all the time.
Have you guys ever had problems with like ghouls or anything like that from the cemetery? Did anyone die recently that was a prominent magic user? Or...
No, not in this area. Not that way. I am not from here. In terms of Windstar, do you know? No. Actually, the old cemetery, we don't bury anyone there anymore. It's actually under guard.
Why is it under guard?
There's some stuff that happened around there during the whole, Thrune crazy guy.
Yes.
There's some stuff that happened there, apparently
Right.
with Silver Ravens, and they blocked it off. So we don't use that one anymore. Generally, the cemetery that's used are the ones over by Our Lady of Birth, Our Lady of Death.
That makes sense. Okay. As what? No, you need to research it first. You said you didn't know. I think we need to do a little bit of research.
He turns to Windstar. Other than the academy, anywhere else to find out about at this point, I want to know about that area, the old cemetery. And he's like, well, I mean, the academy definitely is the main center for, learning and research there. I mean, there are definitely people who have lived here for quite a while.
What about the civic center?
They'll have records there of things. I mean, that's where they keep all the paperwork. There is one other, also, if you want to. They're kind of something small. It's an order that they were outlawed under Thrune, kind of went away a little bit. They've kind of resurged a little bit lately, but they're the Sacred Order of Archivists. That's what they call themselves. They're a sect of worshippers of the god Iron. He's which. Give me a religion check.
Hold on. Sacred Order of Archivists?
Archivists.
I totally just spelled that wrong. Okay. Religion check?
Yeah.
19.
Oh, wow.
So 28.
All right. You totally know who Iron is. He is a good deity. Very much.
How do you spell it? Iron.
IROR. I'm just saying because I've got an Iranian group. So it's IRORA. I believe is how it's spelled, actually.
Aurora?
Aurora.
I
believe. Okay, I'll have to double check that. My spelling on the deity. Lawful deity. Huge believer in knowledge and training, and there's a lot of monk type orders that would be under him. Okay. This is very much your deity that is like your monk Tibetan style. We learn and we train our bodies type.
Are they librarians?
They're fighting librarians, yes.
See, the librarian.
Oh, yes, there we go.
Librarian. Okay.
But yeah, they have some support among some nobles, and so they've been able to start refunding, but they keep a lot of records.
Okay.
So those are 3 areas where you could find out a little bit more. But also, since the guards blocked it off, you might also check you have contacts in the government.
I do. We do. Looking at As, do you think we should start with the Sacred Order of Archivists, or should we go talk to the guards?
I know people at the academy, and we know people among the guards. I wouldn't know where to go find these individuals. The Order of Archivists.
All right. Okay. So let's go to the academy first, and then go to the guards, and see if which is closer. I'm gonna look at Captain Winstar. Are the guards closer, or
they're both in Upper Cantargo? I mean, they're both in the richer areas.
No, I want to speak to the guards in the area. The ones that are actually guarding the cemetery.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you could always go talk to them. I'll tell you one thing. I don't think any of them know what's going on there. They're just told to stand there.
You don't think they would have seen anything or heard anything?
From what I understand, there's nothing that actually happens there. Like, the guards aren't, like... It's the lazy cush job.
Oh.
Nothing happens there. From what I understand, the little bit I've been able to glean, it's not something that's happening. It's just something that happened.
Okay.
And they just kind of want to keep people away from the area.
Okay. I want to try on one more person, but I don't want it to fillet the soul alive. All right. Well, let's go then to the academy and see if we can get any information.
Yes, that is, we can see what they know about something along these lines. And Winstar's like, all right, well, I'm going to stay here. I got to get back. I got paperwork and stuff.
No, that's fine.
To work on.
We'll go back and get
you
the
need
horses
to come back and get your horses, right?
Yes, we're going to go back and get the horses, and then we'll go. And we'll let you know as soon as we find something.
All right.
Right. Before we go, though, I want to turn to the doctor and say, what's the little boy's name? Do we know?
The first one?
Yes.
That is Liam.
Does he have family?
Yes, they come by often.
Good. All right, thank you.
Yeah, it was strange, but I hope you can help them.
I hope so too, Doctor.
Both as a doctor, I want them to be helped, but also I cannot in good conscience go back to my country until I know they are well.
I understand.
Give my best to the academy. That is where I was studying. That is the reason I came, and I got stuck.
But you got stuck for a good purpose.
Man,
so
I just hope you can help, because I do not know what is going on.
I hope so too. Then with that, I'll turn and kind of start heading towards the door.
All right. Walk out. Again, you see people coming in. You know, they're just families coming in to check on people. You can tell it's a fairly regular thing. Coming to check. Visiting hours are open right now. You walk out, and then Windstar's walking with you because you're heading back to the Silver Torrent.
Oh, okay. I thought he was staying at the...
No, he means here. I'm staying here in Old Cantargo.
Oh, okay. I thought he was staying at the warehouse. Okay. Yeah.
Like, because you're going back to
we're going to go
right?
back and get the horses.
So you head back, start heading back to the Silver Torrents area. Walking along, nothing really happens. See a lot of people. You do notice that he brings a lot of attention, but most people seem to be happy to see Windstar walking through the town area. He's a fixture and a stability in an area that's kind of gotten fallen down. Kind of like sometimes you get, in a good town, the sheriff, a good sheriff will kind of have that. You walk through, as you are get close to the Silver Torrent, you will see that Long Reaver is up there again, sitting on top of the banister, just kind of looking out, kind of chilling. But you will also see, I've got to memorize all these names. You'll also see up there is Mayna. Mayna's also sitting up there, looking down. She'll see you coming. She gives Az a little wink. He gives her a nod. And as they're walking up, you also do see a little boy that comes running out of the headquarters. Blonde hair, about 5 years old, just comes running up. Dad, look! He pulls out his little wooden sword. He's like, I got him this time. Like, you what? Yeah, me and oh gosh, gotta remember. Zagru, I was fighting him and I got him in the kneecap. He's like, oh, did you really? Did you hurt him badly? I don't think so. He said, ow. He's like, well, I'm sure it was a deadly blow. Ha, yes. And then he kind of waves the sword around.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll kind of turn to you. He's like, this is my my son, Gabriel. This is Ana and Aas. He's like, oh, hi.
Hello, Gabriel. It's very nice to meet you. Are you training to be a soldier just like your father?
Yeah, I am. I got a sword.
I see that. Let me investigate this sword.
You're not gonna take.
No, I will give it right back. I want to see if it's worthy of the son of Windstar.
And gives you the sword.
I'm gonna really overly exaggerate looking at it and testing it and kind of like smacking it against my hand. And I'm gonna
Your horns are small.
give them back to him and say, you know what? You're very right. They are small.
It's a very good sword, and you did probably give
Zagru.
Zagrul, you probably did give him a good run for his money.
Yeah, and he turns around and runs back inside, like ready to do battle again. And Windstar's like, he's a handful.
He's adorable.
Well, I'm sure my wife Nina's inside, so if he's here, she's probably here too. So, please, if you can figure something out.
No, and Captain, I want to let you know that this has become a very high priority for me. When you touch a soul like that, it changes you, even if it's small.
Well, I'm glad I brought you in because, yeah, this isn't my area of expertise.
Yes.
So.
Well, we will, as soon as we learn anything, I will send a messenger to let you know what we have figured out.
All right. Thank you. Well,
of course.
Back to paperwork.
All right. And we'll just go. I'm just gonna kind of nod at Az and be like, let's just go around the back and get our stuff.
So you go around and to get your horses. They're there. You untie them. They're fine. Kind of been like, what the heck's going on here? This is a cramped little spot. I'm used to a huge, nice stable.
Nice stable.
And then you're gonna just head back.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna head back to the academy.
As you start heading back, as you get just about a block away, you suddenly have someone walks out of a alley in front of your horses. Just kind of stops him, kind of looks at you, looks over at Az on the other side. You're the ex-Hell Knight, right?
Mm-hmm. And no, I don't want to buy any sundials.
I'm not selling anything. Rogers needs to talk to you.
Oh, dear Lord. Where is he?
He's in the Tooth and Nail, right over there. He motions to what you see is a bit of a run. It's a little rundown of an establishment. Definitely old. You can tell it's been there for a long time.
All right. Look, we really don't have much time for this. Just, like, on a scale from 1 to 10, how urgent does he act?
He just motions over to it.
All right, as it looks like we are taking a detour.
So you walk up to the, again, bit beat down establishment, single level sign with just a tooth and a nail on it. You walk.
Are we just gonna like tie the horses off?
Yep, there's an area in the front.
All right.
He walks up. The individual followed.
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
I'm gonna turn around really quick at the individual and say, "Look, Captain Rogers sent you here. You stay. You make sure these horses are still here when we get back."
I'll make sure.
Are you sure? They're not our horses. They're the Queen's. She'll have our heads.
I report to Rogers. I'll make sure.
Okay.
One thing to note, you notice his clothes are shabby. He has a hood over. He's not a guard.
Well, I know he's not a guard.
So,
Oh, I know. This is all nefarious and dark back alleys. This is like the NightWing crap. But
Okay. So
we're still getting a lot of trouble if the horses is not here when we get back.
he's standing in front of by the horses.
Okay, thank you very much. And I'll reach into my coin pouch and just give him a gold.
He looks at it, and then you watch as it's just gone. Like you didn't see him put it anywhere. It's just gone.
That's a neat trick. All right, going in. I'm going to turn around and walk in.
You open the door. It creaks loud.
So wait, what's the name of this?
Tooth and nail.
The tooth and nail. Okay.
Loud sound as you walk in. The floorboards creak a lot as you walk. It's an old establishment, but you see, there's quite a few people. There's a number of people in here. Not super busy. It is the middle of the day, but you got some day drinkers in here. Some guys from the docks who work the late shifts are in trying to warm up a little bit before they go down and try and get some sleep. You don't see a whole ton of people. On one side, it opens, so you've got a big open area. On the other side, you got a bit of a covered area with the ability to walk through. And back there's the kitchen and the bar and stuff like that.
Okay. Where's Rogers at?
You're not seeing him quite off the bat. Roll a perception check. Let's see.
Freaking
Who's that?
hiding. 27.
Okay, with that, after looking around a little bit, you do notice in the back, you see someone that his back's to you. So you don't see him, but you can tell the clothes are different than everyone else. They're nicer, clean cut.
It's probably him.
It's probably him.
Okay. We'll head back that direction then.
Right. As you walk back, you see him, he's there sitting at a table by himself, got a glass in front of him, drinking it, taking slow drinks, looking down at his glass. Drink again.
You sit down in front of him.
He looks up.
You rang.
When we made contact that night, I thought that this would be a relationship that could work. I thought that we would exchange information, we'd help each other out. But takes a big, long drink.
Oh, dear. Are you...
You really should have told me.
Told you what?
I could have helped.
Helped with what?
Why didn't you tell me about what happened with... Oh my gosh, did I forget to write down this name? Oh, you didn't tell me about Sinclair. And then I'll put the drink down.
Oh, what? That piece of filth that attacked us?
You suddenly hear the sounds of many chairs
Look,
falling to the ground.
Captain. Do you really want to do this?
I don't want to do anything, Anna. This is now out of my hands. And then he'll sit back. And you will suddenly feel at your back and against your head the thwap of saps. And we're going to enter some combat here.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to bring out some
Freaking
terrain.
dick.
Haley, do you want to tell them how we get our terrain?
Gosh, yes. Our terrain that is amazing is going to put us in a situation that I don't want to be in. Is sponsored by Terraino, GameGearMaster.com. We build all of our terrain, and he is actually a sponsor of our Monday night tabletop terrain talks. He is, sorry. I'll move all of my stuff around. He is absolutely incredible. Gave us a bunch of really cool stuff. And if you are interested in learning how to build the things that we build and buy a copy of this, you can go to GameGearMaster.com and use promo code PARTYOF2RPG and you will get 10% off any of your orders. So that's really cool. We have like an affiliate code. It's
Yes,
like,
we do.
It's like a whole thing. Anyway, and you can learn how to build all of this stuff. Except for not this stuff. These we built these ourselves. Like these.
Yes. All right. This might make some noise while I move it, but.
Oh, you remembered Bruce.
Yes,
Good.
I did.
Because I kind of forgot about him.
So, as we're sitting at this table. Suddenly.
Jeez. Yeah, put Bruce by me.
Rogers just pushes his chair back from the table and folds his arms. Let's see how many are there. Wait, I'm missing one. One moment.
Oh no, one of the dwarves is gone. But yeah, so this is all done with items from the Dollar Tree, and it's a specific way to cut, build, and paint these really cool pieces so that they look like a tavern. And he just had a manual come out called Castles and Catacombs, and it's all about building like double high things, and there's like stained glass windows and really cool builds for like sewers and stuff like that. So it's very cool and stuff.
There, we'll just grab that one.
Okay, we'll grab that one.
All right.
All right.
So, because you just sat there, I can get my headphones going.
No, not getting. No.
There
There we go.
But because you just sat there, they get a surprise round on you.
I don't think that's fair because I was trying to be diplomatic.
So they are all going to move up
really?
around you.
Freaking hell.
And they
that one
are
go like 40 feet.
and they are going to, well, he used 2 of his actions to move. So they each are going to get some actions against you. So let's see how many of these guys are going to get through your armor. Oh, and we start with a natural 1.
All right, well, that's not going to work.
Nope, so that's, let's see, 13.
So, critical failure.
A second 1.
That's another critical failure.
A 4.
Nope.
Come on, guys. Okay, there we go. 24.
Nope.
Okay, so there's the 3
Not
that
that.
are around you. Now they're going to hit Az.
Oh,
Another natural 1. I rolled
Yes!
3 natural 1s.
this is what
for this
happens when you
surprise
try to
round
fight
of
against
combat.
me.
And a 2. What the freak? Come on.
Nope, this is good. This is good.
Okay, there comes a 19.
Oh dear, that's not as good.
That is a 31. They will critically hit Az.
Oh no!
Yep, as they whack him with this sap. Ooh, and max damage on that. Az
stun
takes
it?
20 points of damage
Jeez.
on that first hit from that guy. Ow, that was a nasty, nasty blow against him.
You are vicious.
Yeah, well, roll of the dice. All right, so that is... so there are 4 around Az. So 2 more of them will... Oh, that one, that will hit as well. And that one will not. So let's give another... Ooh, rolled minimum damage on that one.
Nice. And that one wasn't a crit, right?
No, that one was,
Okay.
was not.
Good.
All right, and then the one left. And that one will just not... Oh, no, they are... Oh, I forgot something on those.
What?
3,
Oh, jeez.
4...
Your sneak attack damage?
Yes!
Freaking hell.
Another 9 points
What,
of
are they all
damage to
rogues?
Az. All right.
Are they all rogues?
So that is the one sneak attack round.
They're
Now let's
all
roll
freaking
initiative.
rogues.
Let's roll some initiative.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh no!
Well, 16.
16, really?
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't have any hero points, so it's fine.
All right.
This is why we have to do this live, you guys, because then you guys can give me hero points and then I can have a higher
So
initiative.
we're actually going to make this simple and do group initiative for the bad guys.
Okay.
So you, so actually Az gets to go first.
Oh, good.
So. All right, so Az gets to go first. So he just took a beating from a bunch of these saps all around him. And he is not going to like that at all. And so I've been waiting to use this spell.
Ooh.
Az is going to use a single action. And he is going to use time jump.
Ooh.
And he will release his energy and freeze time. And everything stands still. At the moment is everything standing still. He's going to run as fast as he can, 60 feet.
Out of the way.
Yes. He's gonna run all the way by the front door
Nice.
to get out of the way with a single action. So now he's got 2 actions left.
Nice.
With his last action, he will then cast. Yeah, he's gonna cast Sudden Bolt at one of these. He's gonna do the one right there in the front. And let's. What? Well, the problem is we're in the middle of an inn. He's not going to use Fireball in here. But he rolls a natural 20.
Ooh.
So that's 4d12 doubled. So it's 5, 7, 18, and 10. 28 points of damage doubled for 58 points of damage.
Way to go,
So Az jumps, freezes time, runs across the room, and then blasts out with his ball of electricity. And this guy takes it straight in the back, falls on the ground. He's still breathing. He's holding himself up by his arm, just barely. But he is looking super rough.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's all their turns.
Oh, jeez.
So
I'm gonna hold on before they go on their turn, though. I'm just gonna shout out to Rogers again and be like, "We don't have to do this."
I don't get a say in this anymore, Ana. And so this guy's going to, having just gotten hit really bad, he's going to use 2 actions to run up to Az and try and whack him again with he's barely standing, but he gets. I have now rolled 6 natural 1s in this fight. That is 6. Will Wheaton, have you touched my dice?
I forgot to tell you, Will Wheaton came over to the house and he rubbed all over your dice.
Jeez. All right. Then this one will as well. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Oh
So
my gosh.
It takes 2 actions. That one misses. Az only has a 20 AC, and that one I rolled a 4.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This one over here is going to run up to Bruce, and this one's going to run up over here as well. So this one's going to take a hit. These 2 are going to take hits at Bruce. That's another 4.
Okay.
I'm not rolling this dice anymore.
No, keep rolling that dice. No,
so
keep
that's a
doing
4.
it.
16 doesn't hit Bruce, right? Oh, where's your Bruce paper?
Where's my Bruce paper? Sorry. It fell on the floor. 16 does not.
All
Does
right.
not.
Let's try this dice. There we go. That is a 24 to hit Bruce.
Dang it. Yeah, that hits me.
All right.
Don't be mean to my dog.
All right. So that is 10 points of damage, and then another 6 points of precision damage as he whacks Bruce with his sap. This other one that moved up is also going to take And that's another 1. That's 6 natural ones.
That's 7, actually.
7 natural ones. And then its second one will be 21.
That does not hit.
All right. So the second one
Stop acting
swings at
like you want to
swings at
kill
him.
my dog.
All right. Now the 3 that are around you are all going to take their chances to attempt to hit you.
Good freaking luck.
That is 28.
Nope. Ah, damn it. No, that hits. It matches.
And remember, and one thing, you're flanked by all of these.
Oh, shoot. So it's actually 26 right now.
Yes.
Yes. It hits.
10 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of precision damage.
You only rolled it once and it was a 6. Why is it 10 points?
There's a bonus, a plus for dex on the, just like you have a +7 on your strength.
I was doing math. Hold on. Okay. Fine.
All right.
Screw you.
Second one is a definite miss there.
Okay.
And then for its last action,
Run away.
nope. Actually, it's.
I need to get a freaking small shield.
Just gonna check just to see. Nope. Misses with third one. All right. Next one next to you. That is a 21. That will miss.
Next to me?
Yes. This
Oh,
one.
frick. I can't use Glimpse of Redemption on someone attacking me, can
Nope,
I?
you cannot. 21 misses you though, right?
Yes.
Dang it. Another 21. Yep, I cannot hit you.
Aha!
Last one is going to try again.
Oh. It's going to throw the dice off the table.
25?
26.
You and your stupid heavy armor.
My armor is just like every single, I'm able to move my body in such a way it just goes
Yep.
straight off, straight off.
All right, is your turn.
Okay, once again, I'm going to say, Captain Rogers, you can pull them off.
Anna, no, I can't. They aren't under my command.
All right. Whatever. So I'm going to use swipe,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack these two,
All right.
standing next to each other. So I believe I make 1 attack roll. So
Yes.
as soon as this all happened, I pulled my sword out,
Yep.
my great sword, and I've got it in both hands, and I'm just gonna take, kind of looking at the both of them, and feint to the left really quick, and then swing around on the right
All right.
to try and get him. That is 19. And that is 18 plus 18. So that is a hold on. 20,
It,
37.
it's a crit.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let me double check the feat. Let's see if I have to add anything special to it. The ACs of 2 foes of whom must be within your melee reach and adjacent to each other. Roll dice only once and apply it to each creature. The swipe counts as 2 attacks for your multiple attack penalty.
Yep.
If you're using a weapon, the
But you
sweep
hit both of
trait. Okay, cool.
Damn, and a crit.
All right, and it crits, baby. All right, so 2d12 plus 7 plus 1d6. 5, 9, 14, plus 7, 21,
21.
plus 1d6. 4, 25, so 50 points of damage.
You slice across both of these, cutting deep. Their blood begins to run down their armor, but they look up at you, and then they are still standing.
Okay, and then I'm going to say, Bruce, attack.
All right.
I'm sending him to this one.
Is that one that you hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that one that
All
I
right.
hit. So I'm going to have him attack with his jaws.
All right.
Natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
33.
Okay.
Is that a crit?
That's a crit. You just critted twice. So I've rolled 7 natural ones, and you've critted twice.
Just because I'm a maze boss. What's up? Okay. Let me roll damage. Are you okay? Are we gonna need to cuddle later so you feel better?
Most definitely.
Okay. 5, 4, so 9 plus 3, 12, 24.
How does he do this?
Yes! Okay, so Bruce taking the attack, he kind of gets down really quick, and then like as soon as he hears her say give the order, he launches his body at this guy and just grabs right onto his neck and just rigs back and forth and manages to full on rip the guy's trachea out of his mouth.
All right.
Or out of his throat. And it's just hanging there, blood spattering all over his muzzle. And Anna's going to say, good boy.
All right. That'll be the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
That was a good turn.
Good boy, Bruce.
All right. Az is now up. And Az is... these two have run up so close to him. Az, though, is going to... Let's see here real quick.
Oh, no, I have to be touching him. Okay.
Yeah. Az is going to spend 2 actions to cast Organ Sight. And then for his last action, he is going to move
This table's sad.
just away from these guys. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to get the tables to stay.
There we go.
Just gonna move away from them for the last action to try and create some space.
Okay.
He can't really use it until his next turn. But as he casts Organ Sight, he looks at, now looking at the individuals, it's as if he was looking through an MRI, and he can see into them and see their organs, see their heart pumping, see the blood coursing through their veins. And next turn, yes.
He's dead.
Be ready for some precision strikes.
All right.
Now it's all their turn.
Now it's all their turn. What is this right here?
Something that fell off from our previous combat.
Oh, okay. So that's not actually like
No.
a piece of that. Okay.
Okay, so first thing, these guys are gonna run over here. Each spend 1 action to move up to Az. And
7.
wait, okay, one of them would move to that side. They'd flank him. That's what they would do. All right, so first one hits, second one doesn't.
Okay.
So that's
7.
7 points and then 2 points. So 9 points of damage on the first hit. Second one missed. Az is starting to look a little rough there. And then the second one is going to attack. And that's a miss. And a natural 1.
That's 8.
8 natural ones.
8
Guys, this is
natural ones.
insane.
This is
All right,
awesome.
Now all these ones are going to attack over here. So first is going to be this one that is going to attack. Right
Does he
there.
attack Bruce? Or is he
Well,
attacking me?
He's attacking Bruce.
No, it doesn't hit.
And that is...
I saw it. It's a 3. It doesn't hit.
It is not a 3.
What's it?
That is a 23.
Bloody hell. That's not just hits.
Okay.
Stop it. Come on, Bruce.
And that is...
You've got it. You've got it, darling.
Do my math. Okay, 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, jeez. With 3 points of precision damage. And then it's going to take a second swipe at him.
All right.
I haven't rolled above a 10, like, at all.
This is the best combat ever.
That's, yeah, that misses for the second one. All right.
Yeah.
This one now
AC
is going to
is
attack
23.
Bruce.
We could just stop it.
Well, he's standing right in front of him.
I know.
Natural
Glimpse of
20.
Redemption.
What?
Glimpse of redemption.
Okay, that's fine. You do a glimpse of redemption,
And I say, see.
and he
And he instantly sees all of the ramifications of his actions.
and he is still going to attack.
Douche bucket.
So
Seriously?
Bruce will have the resistance.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't remember exactly how much he gets. I think it's
Yeah, double check the
4. No. Ally gains resistance to all damage against a triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level, so 9.
Okay.
So he gets 9 reduced damage. After the
Alright.
damage effect is applied, the enemy becomes enfeebled 2
Yep.
until the end of its next turn.
20 points of damage minus
Minus
9, 11 points of damage.
Okay. And he is now enfeebled 2.
And he's going to back up to there. Okay, next ones are going to attack you. What are we looking for? Oh, they're up in the corner.
Do we? Well, we don't really have to. I mean, it's okay. Okay, we're getting them. We have these really cool condition rings that I made a while ago. And I think I say that every single time.
You do. Okay, now the 3 that are around you are going to attempt to
And of course, I don't have a freaking enfeeble.
try and make your life difficult. Come on.
My gosh, why do I have so many
First one
restraints?
missed. Second one's a natural 20.
Oh, wow.
So that is 27 with the -5, so it would still succeed, right?
No.
You're flanked.
Her AC. Oh, frick. No, no, I'm not. How is that flank?
I can draw a line between the two of you, them, and hit your square. You're flanked. Okay.
It's 20. Yes, that hits.
So that is 10, 40, 28 points of damage to Ana. Finally hitting. And then he is going to use his last action to move back here.
Oh, I'd already used my reaction.
That one is now going to attempt to hit you.
And it doesn't.
And that is a... Yeah, that definitely doesn't. Try for the last one. Come on, give me a nat 20 or something. Nope. But
Or a
he is
4.
going to distance himself a little bit.
Douche
And that is the
nozzles.
end of their round. You're up, Ana.
Okay. Okay. I want to turn and run at this thing. And at full force, I'm going to come back with all power that I have and bring this sword down on this mofo's head. Doing power attack.
All right.
Do I do it twice? I'm trying to remember.
No.
Power attack's just one.
Just one?
I just roll once.
Yeah.
You're sure?
Yes, I am.
100%.
I'm 100%.
Dang it. What was it 2? I didn't hit nothing.
Didn't hit nothing. All right, that's your turn.
Nothing.
Because that's 1 action for the move and 2 actions for the hit. You don't give any commands to Bruce this turn.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Az is going to run. Actually, he's going to run towards you.
Okay.
Try and get a little closer. And then he's going to turn to the individual who's been chasing him. That he's not too happy about. And then Az is going to... He pops open one of his side pouches and lifts his hand up, and out from the pouch floats a scalpel. One of the scalpels he would use for his medical training. And then Az is going to telekinetic projectile.
Oh, with the scalpel?
With the scalpel.
Oh my gosh.
At him, using his organ sight to have it hit specifically at this individual's organs. So
Which
it does this guy right here. Actually, I'll do the one that's there. It's closer. So what this does is that it does telekinetic projectile. So first off, it takes it's going to take that damage, which at this point is 4d6 if I hit. That hits. I rolled a 16.
Nice.
Wait, let me double check one thing just real quick. That crits. Just barely. So, Az then does 4d6 from his telekinetic projectile and 4d6 from his organ sight as this scalpel goes directly into the guy's kidney. So, 4, 6, 7, hold on, 7. 13 for the first one. 13, 14.
Nice.
14, 18. Oh, and there's another 6. 18. 24 points of damage doubled.
Nice.
To 48 points of damage. This guy is now hurting.
Good.
He's still up, but he's got this scalpel now dug directly into his gut, into his organ, and organ blood is dripping out. And he gets to do that. He has organ sight for a minute.
Oh, nice.
So, that is all of Az's actions, though.
Okay.
They are now up to swarm you again.
Okay.
So, this one is going to... Let's start with... these two start.
Okay.
They're going to run up. So, this one's going to have to use... See, it's 5, 10, 20... Oh, 2 actions for him to get up to Az. So, first one gets 2 attacks.
That's the organ sight one?
Yeah, that's the one who's bleeding, almost
Literally
bleeding out. But he will hit.
Okay.
9 points of damage and another 4. So 13 points of damage to Az.
Jeez.
On that first hit there. Get that on him.
Hold on. Do I have my bag on me?
You always have your bag on you. But it takes an action to pull something out of it. Okay, and then he will do his second attack. Second attack will miss. Other guy, he's going to take a single attack against him. And I roll 2. So that guy misses.
It is the PC's night.
Yes, it is. All right, now this one right here. This guy's going to run up. He's going to attack there. Oh, natural 20 on Bruce. And you're not in range. Bruce has gotten critted twice.
Hold on. What's the
what? The range? I believe it's 10 feet.
No, 15 feet. 8, 10.
No, because it's diagonal a little bit. I'm going to say no. Okay, so that is 6 plus 5. 22 points of damage to Bruce. As he comes over and whacks him with his sap.
Okay.
How's Bruce looking?
Not good.
All right. Then this one here is going to come up. It's going to take
limping
a swing.
and he's going.
So with Bruce being flanked, does a... Let me see. Oh, I forget that's that much. 25 will hit, right?
He is not flanked.
For this character, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes. He's flat-footed. For this character, if he's being attacked by anyone else of his party, they are flat-footed to him. So he's 25 will hit, right?
Yes.
Up. 5 plus that is 15 points of damage plus 11 points of precision damage. Is Bruce out? How's Bruce doing?
DM, how does my dog disappear?
Your dog gets whacked with this and he falls. But he does not disappear. As your dog, though, gets whacked and he's laying there whimpering on the ground. He does not disappear. All right. So that's this one's first action. It's now going to move for its second action and attack you. All right.
He will not.
He will not attack you?
He will not hit me.
Let's see. Does a 28 hit if you are flat-footed?
He's not getting sex tonight, you guys.
Yes, it hits.
All right. 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And 8 points of precision damage. Okay. All right. Let's see. We've had those two go. Those two have gone. The one right in front of you is now going to go. And he will miss you on the first hit because he rolled a 2. Let's try for this last one. At a -4, 6. That won't hit. That's not going to hit.
Okay.
He, though, is going to move over here. He's going to, like, do some acrobatics to get over the table. He's going to do a flip over. Yeah, he hits that no problem. As he flips over the table. This one is going to run around here. Oops, not knocking him over. Minis when you can't see them because they're on the other side of a wall. And this one's going to attack you as well. Okay. 23 doesn't work against you. And let's go for a crit. Nope, you missed the crit. All right, that is the end of the assailant's turns.
Okay.
Az is now up. And Az is looking rough. Az is going to use one of his, use 2 actions to heal himself. Because he's looking really, really rough right now.
Okay.
So that is, so that's 10 points plus it's 24. Okay, so he gets to heal himself for 30 points of damage, which will bring him back to feeling okay.
Okay.
And then his third action, he's going to yell at you and be like, Anna, we have to take some of them down. And then he's actually going to put up his shield.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
He's going to use his raise his shield for his last action. All right. Oh, no, wait, that was all of them. Your turn. Sorry, I skipped your turn.
Do I get to go? I
Go
know
ahead.
that's what I was about to say. Do I get to go?
Go ahead and go.
Okay.
My bad.
So first thing she is going to do is put one hand on her chest and cast Lay on Hands and heal 28 hit points. So let me do my mathers right there.
All right, so that's one action, right?
So it's one action.
Right.
And then she is going to swing around and try to once again use swipe and attack the 2 that are next to her. $29 to hit.
You hit.
Okay, do I hit both of them?
What?
Do I hit both of them?
Or are you doing the swipe?
I'm doing swipe.
Yes, you hit both of them.
Okay. All right, so that is 2d12. Oh, jeez, seriously. 9, 16, and 1d6.
17?
17.
All right.
So 17 points of damage to both of them.
All right, so they both take the 17 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hurts, but they're okay.
Of course, they're fine.
All right.
And that's it. That's all of our actions.
All right. So, Az then went and did that.
Did all that stuff.
And he's got his shield up, so he's got a little more hit points. Now they're all going to attack you again.
Of course.
So, Az, first one will hit against him. So he will take 6 points and 11 points of damage as they slap at him with these. They slap the shield, even through the shield, the saps, they just dodge around it and whack him with these saps. Bruises welling up on his skin. And then they'll go for the second attack. Jeez, I am rolling really low. 3 on that one.
It's freaking good, or we'd all be dead by now.
And then this one is going to come over here. He's going to attempt to flip over the table. No problem. And then this one is going to engage.
Flip over as in like jump over the table, not flip the table over.
No, like jump and slide over, you know, like on the cop car.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
That one will hit Az as well. 4 points. 8 points there. And another 6. 14 points to Az. Getting bludgeoned here. Next one will miss.
Yes.
And then he's actually going to swing for the fences because he knows that as it can hit him at a distance, but he'll miss again. Mm-hmm. Now, Bruce is down. So these have no point in staying over here. So let's see. 10, 15, 20. And then I'll say squeezing in there to get his 25 feet to circle around you. That one will miss. And of course, on the second one, he natural ones it. 9 natural ones.
Yeah. I like
Now
it.
you see this one, though, that's the one that took down your dog. A little bit bigger, a little nicer dressed than the others. Definitely in charge. And that will be a 25?
Nope.
Oh. All right, and he's going to swing again. Well, damn it. And then he's going to move back to create some space. He's going to do a 5-foot step back.
Okay.
And then the other 2 that are around you, though, are going to take their swings at you.
Nope.
And I rolled a natural
Number 10.
1. Number 10.
Oh my gosh. You've literally
And a 4.
never rolled this badly before.
Never have. Next one's going to try. Okay, that's 25 doesn't hit.
Nope.
Jeez. All right.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. And that's all of them.
Okay, then she is going to once again swing away as if she was a batter at batting practice and use swipe
All right.
to attack these pieces of slime from the gutter. 25 to hit.
A 25 will hit.
Ha ha! Okay, for both of them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 7. 4. So we've got 11 plus 7. So 18 plus 5. So 20. Hold on. 3. 23
right.
points of damage for both. So 20. So I
Yep,
hit
23
this guy
both of them.
Previously.
You have.
And this is the first time I've hit this guy.
Yep, slicing both into them.
And then for
Third action.
yeah, I'm gonna move. I want to move next to well.
There's 6
Yeah.
seconds to the side. All right.
Moving this way.
All right. Okay, Az's turn. So Az is going to use his, again, with the scalpel, he will rip the scalpel out from where it sits in that character over there. And oh yes, he will hit, and so he shoots his telekinetic projectile again, this time stabbing it through into the heart, cutting at the artery where it comes into it.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not even gonna roll on that.
You're like he's dead. It's fine.
Yeah, you watch, as all of a sudden blood begins to
this
pour
one?
out from his mouth. Yep, blood pours out from his mouth, and he falls to the ground. Artery bleed from the inside.
Deep red, almost purple color blood is just gushing.
And then Az is actually going to run through here to get next to you
Okay.
and try to set up his. He comes over. Ana, this is not good.
No. We have two options. We can either stay and continue to try to fight. We've only taken 2 of them out. Or we can try and get out.
Yeah, we could try that. Okay. All right, that's the end. So they're gonna come for you again now.
Okay.
So this one running through to attack as a natural 1. That's 11. But then
And
it's a
then
20.
a natural freaking 20. Oh my gosh.
All right. However,
4. Yeah.
but with the negative, it still would hit. Yeah, because Az only has an AC
not
of 22.
a crit.
It is
it a
the 20
crit?
makes it a crit. Yep. All right. So
Lame.
4, 8, 14. This guy runs up and then jumps, slides on the table that was in front, and then as he's sliding, takes his sap and whacks it, using the momentum of his slide to whack it right at Az's temple as Az falls to the ground.
Oh, frick. I already used my lay on hands.
You could have used Glimpse of Redemption. And it will fall right next to you, right there.
Yeah, but he moved next to me, so I'm gonna use my
Attack of opportunity?
attack of opportunity.
Okay, go ahead and use it.
Because he moved right next to me. Oh, frick. That's not gonna hit.
What is it?
It's a 23.
Hits.
23 hits?
Yep.
Good. 11. 10. 21. 28. 28. 32. 32 points of damage.
Ooh, you seeing Az fall. You're just like, no! And you slam into him, cutting deep. The man bleeding begins to try and scoot back and away from you as you've cut into his leg. He's barely hanging on. This one now will run up to you on that side and roll a natural 1. 12. Let's see, it's a 13, 25 with flank. Doesn't hit you, huh? It's off by 1. Dang! All right. And so now, 5, 25. The leader will run up to strike at you himself. Okay. 30 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll 1 on the
Good.
damage. A second one on damage.
Yes.
But that's 12 points of bludgeoning. A third one on the damage. 12, and that's fine. So 15 points of damage.
In total?
In
at
total.
This point? Okay.
In total on the first one. All right. And then, even with the -5, it'll still hit on the second hit.
What is it?
With you rolled a 15 and -4 plus 18. Yeah, it hits.
But what is it?
29. And it'll hit you again. So it's 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of precision damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to take a 5-foot step back to get out of your reach.
Okay.
Now we have this one. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, he can do a straight line to you. Let's see if he can.
He cannot attack me through a table.
It's in the way. All right. Yeah, he can. He's diagonal. He's
He
diagonal
cannot attack me through a table.
He's not attacking you through a table.
There is a table right there.
Yeah, and you aren't on the other side of it.
Yes, I am. I'm over here.
If I was standing right there, I could hit you. It doesn't matter because that's my 12th natural one for the night.
13th, actually.
13th natural one for the night. Okay, he'll miss you. Ana, what will you do?
I don't know if I can pick up Aas.
You can try. It will have your speed as you move.
Well, frick, then I can only move 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. Per action. It'd be an action to pick him up.
Okay.
All right, roll an athletics check. I'd be very glad that none of these guys have attack of opportunity.
I can get to the door.
All right, it's up to you.
But I couldn't get out of the door.
Make a decision.
To the door.
Make a decision. I'll give you 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
It's the only thing I can do.
2.
I mean, I could.
1.
Well,
You're about to lose your turn.
you start doing this crap to me, we are gonna have problems.
Come on, decide what you're gonna do.
You have to give me longer than 6 seconds to figure out what I want to do.
You really only have 2 options. You pick up as run. I guess 3. Pick up as and run. Just run, which case you do lose, leave Bruce in both instances. Or
I can't get Bruce no matter what.
Or you keep fighting.
I only have 14 hit points. So, like, I'm about to get freaking killed. All right, I'm going to grab Az.
All right, roll an athletics check. What'd you roll?
Natural 1.
You go to pick him up, but he is laying limp, and with the adrenaline and knowing your injuries that you have, you're not able to pick him up. That was 1 action. And didn't you have to move to get to him?
Yeah, I had to move.
So that's 2 actions. You have 1 action left.
I'm going to throw my sword down and get down on my knees. And I'm just going to say, stop.
As you drop, put your hands up. All 3 that are left there, I think there are 3, turn to their leader.
5, but yeah.
4. And the leader is going to walk up, right up to you, look down, smile, and then whacks you in the face with the sap.
You are
Yep.
a
Hits.
son of a goat.
All right. So that is 19 points of damage
Yeah, I'm out.
as he whacks you with the sap and you fall. Darkness.
And that's what we call a TPK, ladies and gentlemen.
No. You find yourself. Oh wait. Let me change some stuff. Real quick here. You find yourself waking. Muffled sounds begin to fill your ears. You breathe, and you can feel your breath on your own face. It smells humid. Not a lot of air to breathe. You hear drip, drip, drip. Your hands tied. You're sitting in a chair. There's something between your mouth. Goes around tied behind your head. What do you do?
Is there a can I see, or is there something over my
It is
head?
all black. You can't see. As you open, you can see the slight bits of light might be going through cloth. You move your head around. Yeah, you got a bag on your head.
Can I try to wiggle the bag off? Like, kind of.
Roll a athletics check. Actually, I'm gonna say this is a reflex.
Reflex?
Your ability to move your body in interesting ways.
Okay. That is a 26.
Nope. You're not able to get it off.
Okay. Is the gag, is it really tight?
It's pretty tight.
Okay, so I can't get that off. How tight are the wrist things?
You try and move your arms. They're definitely tied.
Okay.
Are we trying to break?
I'm just trying to see like how tight the restraints are and how well have I been kind of tied down.
Roll me athletics check.
Mm, 21.
They're tight.
Okay.
You can pull hard and get a little. If you had a lot of time and constantly could pull at this, and your arms weren't currently hurting from all the bruises on you, you could maybe create some room. But it's gonna be a while, and it's gonna hurt doing it. These are not soft ropes.
All right.
You hear.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of.
So you find yourself sitting there with nothing but muffling of to listen to for a while. You hear the drip, drip, drip. And then finally you hear footsteps on hard ground. Walk, come, tum, tum. And then the bag is pulled off of your head and bright light assails you. Roll me a fortitude save.
That is 17.
You find yourself blinded by this bright light. You've been in this dark hood for
a while.
Feels like hours. And you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot see anything at all. And then after a moment, you hear a voice. Well, finally woke up. I can't say I'm surprised with the beating you took. You took a couple of our boys down too. Well, the boss will want to see you now. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Freaking killed my dog.
by the way, as the bag gets pulled off your head and you start to be able to see, Bruce is next to you. They used saps. These are non-lethal damage. Everything that was done was non-lethal damage. They have to kill Bruce in order for him to return to the astral plane. Bruce is right there next to you, tied up.
Okay. I didn't tie up. That's rude.
It
That's
is
so rude. Oh my gosh.
So
You set up a no-win scenario. This was the freaking Kobayashi Maru.
this wasn't the I was looking back. We forgot that we killed a couple of the
I
Raven,
completely forgot that we did that.
the NightWings early on, and we never told Rogers. We never did anything to mitigate that.
No, I completely forgot about that. Like,
And
legitimately.
And so when they found out, they're kind of pissed. And now you get to meet the boss.
Great.
Rogers wasn't joking wasn't pulling anything when he said, I'm not the one in charge of this. So
Lame.
make sure you come next week, or I guess this Friday,
This coming Friday.
to see what happens. Our heroes are bruised. They are battered. You have been, just so you're aware, you have been stabilized. You're at 1 hit point.
Great.
You have not been healed. You have not been cured. You have not been healed up. You
I
are
can do it to
still
myself.
beat down.
Okay.
So we will see what happens next week. Thank you so very much for being here for this wonderful night.
Thank you. And remember, our Ko-fi is now open, so you can go check out the magnets and the coasters. And we'll see you on Thursday for the Wheel of Time on twitch.tv/PlayNerdAllies. And then Friday night here.
Yep.
Back with us. Yep.
And find out what happens to our band of intrepid
adventurers. And she's probably going to get herself in trouble. She has a freaking big mouth. And
She
does not.
does.
She's not good with authority.
So we will see you then. And remember, it only takes 2.
Good night, you guys.